Right, so hi everyone. I nearly forgot to do this. So it's like I'm going on about and the one and I haven't watched them back because I've had a client and then I was like, there's something I'm meant to do. I'm like, I know one of them is eat, but I'm not hungry yet. And I'm like, what was I meant to do? And then I started filming the video for tomorrow because I know I want to take tomorrow off. Oh, and then I've right away we're into a message resolving conflict. So that could be going on right now for some of you, or whether it's a conflict with yourself or a conflict with another, whether it's a twin flame or a karmic energy, or a regular old Joe that's neither of these things, but it's usually one of these things on this channel. Wait a minute, I've done that too fast. Um, yeah, so I started filming it and I was like, oh, wait a minute, that's why. Because I'm thinking, seems a bit dramatic. And then I'm like, oh, it's because I need to do the cards. And then I will be more tired. I mean, I might not be, but anyway, I'm here and I remembered. And if I'd forgot, I would have made it up to you. It just wouldn't have been that fun because it wouldn't have been in the Leo moon unless I caught the Leo moon, you know, Thursday because I just don't, yeah, I just for some reason I'm feeling like I want to have tomorrow to myself. So, hello, you just watched the membership. Ah, yes, it was a wee short and sweet one. So, how are you doing? Um, right, so like what it says, I think I'm not going to bother doing any of the general ones because I've actually done them already today. And if I'm not on here like hours and hours, then I'll film one for Thursday too in case I want to have Thursday myself. But yeah, so we'll just go in. So basically, Charlotte, if you want a free card, let me know. And if you'd like, I seem to have picked up these True Love reading ones, so these are a wee bit more in depth. And to be honest, you might be the only one that gets one of these because they're so long. I'm not going to read one of them for everyone. But because you're the only one here right now, um, my voice is carrying so loud again. If you'd like one of these, or I'll go to any of the other ones. Hello, Heather. Welcome. Are you a newbie? Or have you said hello before? Oh, wait a minute, Heather. Are you the same Heather from last week? Or are you another Heather? I think you've got a different profile if you're the same one. Um, yeah, I don't know how long I'm going to last here, guys, because like I said, I nearly completely forgot about it. But let me just get yeah. Right, okay. Let's just I was gonna I don't know whether oh, if anybody expresses wanting like a longer sort of reading, a paid one, I'll put up the PayPal link and all that. But I think if anyone's wanting it, they can just use the inbuilt thing because yeah. Yeah, so you're the same Heather. All right, I thought you were, right? Because that would be a bit weird if we had two Heathers in such a short space of time, but you never know. Um, let's see. God, I just feel a bit like disoriented. I feel like that all day. I feel a bit disorientated because of that happening. Um, but again, I feel like I'm channeling masculine energy in particular that does feel quite spacey, a bit kind of everyone's a bit of a dream in a good or a bad way. It really just depends what kind of day you're having, I suppose. But right, so let's get. I think that's what I should do for each person. Going to use this wee timer thing. Right, so Charlotte's getting one of these cards. I can't promise that anyone else is going to get these. Let's see how long it takes me to read this. What message does Charlotte need from this deck? Life purpose. Beautiful. And to answer your question, I'm shattered, not slept much last couple of nights, and having to get a report done, but all done and sent now. Well done for getting it done. Um, and yeah, the full moon in any sign does tend to keep people awake, but that full moon actually was in the sign of sleep. So sorry to hear you didn't sleep well, but I actually slept like a baby. Like, and then I got up early and I managed to have a walk and had a wee breakfast with my mum and that. So, well, yeah, I'm in quite a good mood. But, and I should be really tired right now, but I'm not. Like, I've seen, but again, I think they've just given me that magical energy to get this done. But it's so funny. That would have been annoying if I'd remembered. I'd be like, ah, fuck, it would have been meant to be. But I thought, nah, I'm doing it now when I've got all the energy because I don't want to be filming anything tomorrow. Tomorrow's for me. I want to enjoy that Leo moon energy just for me, just to like cut about my house and get my like. I don't really want to get my tree down. I'm like I keep. I don't know. I might not be ready for that yet, but but I definitely do need to do other housework because there's just yeah the cards are all over the place. The fucking pink tents on the couch up there. Do you know what I mean? It was because where I was needing to fix something over here, so I've moved it. And the thing is, now see now that I've moved that from there, I really it just normally takes up the whole space, and it's like I don't know, it feels different. It feels like an adult living room. And again, people always comment, like whoever's it, they always comment that it's for my nieces. And the thing is, like, I think it's easy enough to put up, so I should have worked out. It's been here for years, but like, I need to take that thing down. Anyway, sorry, I'm just sort of thinking out loud here. Um, So that always means something though. So I think you might have to change something up here. Like, because again, for me, it's not about aesthetically. It's actually just for me personally. I'm like, that is like crazy that I again, that's how much I love my nieces. Because it's like, my sister wouldn't give a shit about that. She'll think it's crazy that I keep that there, but it's like, it's just because I can't bother taking it up and putting it down. Because they are probably going to come like quite soon. I don't know when. Don't think this weekend or that, but maybe then, I mean, they will soon. Uh, but yeah, it's I need to find a way. So change. But look, I did pick this up. I won't go on about this too much, but like I just read this card for the one for tomorrow, which is a very short. It was quite a short and snappy message. Change. A resistance to change is a resistance to life itself. Open your heart and mind to new beginnings. So again, although I've used a really random example, just like it'll have meaning to someone. There's something that like, something's been one way for a long time. Because like I said, that pink tent's been sitting there for over 3 years anyway. It might be longer. I think it's about 3 years. Um, relaxation. I think that's what they're trying to say. Like I'm trying to relay the message in the best way I can. I find it more relaxing now that big pink tent isn't like staring me in the face there. Anyway, right. Um, So this is Charlotte's card. So I have two accounts because my son overloads my YouTube account with his kid stuff. All right. We're keeping the tree up until early February, like medieval traditions. Our first time to. Oh right. Oh yeah. Well, maybe I could do that too then, because it is. I did decorate it rather perfectly, and there's no such thing as perfect, but we're not far away from the Virgo moon, and it was quite perfect, guys. Like, and the funny thing is, I'm just trying to think. Did my best friend got to observe how beautiful it is, and that's it. I don't even know that. Did my mum even come in this room to see? I think it might have just been her. That's quite funny. But at least somebody did. Do you know what I mean? And even if nobody, I did. I got to observe the beauty of the tree. And I didn't actually spend enough quality time with the tree. So, no, I don't think I will be taking that down tomorrow. Anyway. So, Charlotte's card. Life purpose. Your own natural intuition and the genuine wisdom of your heart is here to guide you. At the deep, oh no, they aren't that long. Okay, to be fair, if people want one of these cards, I can read you one. At the deepest level of our existence, loving and being loved is a major part of our life purpose. We feel it within us all the time as our souls call for deeper connection and meaningful expression of the most powerful force in the universe, love. During those times in your life when you're not in a relationship or experiencing relationship problems, it can be empowering to remember your greater life purpose as a being of love. That is so Charlotte, Pisces, Sun, with the North Node conjunct your Sun, I might add. This is a very powerful time for you, Charlotte. No wonder life purpose has come out. Um, and also Libra Moon being about love, peace, and harmony. But yeah, definitely that card's really given that energy. Giving and receiving love is not an act confined to an intimate relationships or family. You can enjoy this beautiful energy anywhere you are by choice. Remember that you're part of a huge family here on Earth, connected to every living thing. This is so North Node and Pisces, including plants and animals. In order to attract the kind of love you want or rekindle love in your current relationship, it's necessary to be love whenever you can. This is a higher life purpose for all of us. How can it be possible to love? Well, firstly, it's important to realise that it's not about being. Oh, for fuck's sake, I can't. Sometimes the way they just make me blather on about any old shit, and it always, if you're new here, after 10 years, it's not 10 years doing live streams, but it's probably like 8 years. Whenever they came out, I got on it. Um, not on here, by the way, it was on Facebook, shit like that. But yeah, it's exactly what I just said about being perfect. Look, well, firstly, it's important to realise it's not about being perfect or saintly. Being love actually comes naturally when you takes take a step back from your routine and attitudes and tune into who you really are. That is so. Although this is Charlotte's card, that and I'm being so dramatic with the Leo Moon, but it's we're here for it. This is why I do more higher energy things in the Leo Moon because I'm not like this any of the rest of the month. Um, Basically, that is very apt for everyone. With the North Node, the collective destiny now being in magical, mystical, psychic Pisces, that's where the focus is going for everyone. That's probably explains why I pulled Awakening on the wee video I just filmed when I remembered I was meant to be doing this. And but everything's meant to be, you see, even I can make that be Pisces. And the practical's taking a bit more of a back seat because the practical Virgo energy is going into the South Node, into the past. So it doesn't mean that we're still going to be practical and need to be sensible about things and everything, and we still need to heal. That's Virgo as well. But it's like, but I think there might be a huge, I don't think I know there'll be a huge focus on past life healing, past life regression, because Pisces is the past, and the South Node about past lives is in Virgo. It's like in your everyday ritual routine this could come up. It's and again, it does just speak to me like intuitively. And it does just feel like things that are kind of being overly sensible could go out the window a little bit. I mean, that could come with a shadow side and a bad side as well. But because again, there is that actually. I must be saying that for somebody watching because with the North Node being in Pisces, the shadow of Pisces is like things to do with like escapism and drugs and alcohol and really anything. So be careful with that. Like that could actually see a huge rise and stuff like that. Oh, anyway, so let's focus on the unconditional love bit of it though. Um, Being love actually comes naturally when you take a step back from your routine and attitudes and tune into who you really are. So they wanted me to read that twice. Your own natural intuition and the genuine wisdom of your heart will guide you. You have drawn this card today because the universe would like you to experience yourself as love so that you can feel your higher life purpose firsthand. Trust that love is not an external thing that you must find and keep. It is unlimited and always within you. And like, again, um, I always repeat myself. I just basically always repeat myself full stop. But it's I can't help it. It's just what comes through. Is that naturally with your placement, yeah, you do just emanate that energy with Pisces unconditional love. The timer went off, and Libra love, peace and harmony. So it's about keeping it simple and just keep doing what you're doing, but I just feel it's needed more than ever. And with the North Node conjunct your sun, it's yeah, you're going to be shining in some sort of way. So bring it on, Charlotte. Right, okay. So does Heather, would you like one of these cards? I'm also just noticing, my throat chakra's going a bit shaky there. It's done it a few times today, and again, I've not got a sore throat or anything, and I've not got a cough, but I've done it in some of these videos. So again, it's a really weird energy today. That's all I can say. It's like very weird, very kind of awakening stuff, dreamy, trippy. You're very welcome. Um, hmm. That's what it's feeling like to me. So I feel that's how it's feeling like to some of you. 21, 21. Some kind of karmic cycle is completing here. Um, Feels like I'm saying like, is it really over? Is this really over? That's what I'm feeling. Right, okay, so What have we got for what have we got for Heather? And I'm like, honestly, already I'm like, is your friend in spirit around? Um, if he is, that's absolutely fine, but I can't sit and chat for that long, but I just feel he's always overlooking, that's what I feel. Right, what have we got for Heather? Spiritual maturity, and that's kind of funny, like with what we see, they're all tying in, all the messages are tying in with one another, so I might just stick to this deck. Um, so I feel like, yeah, I feel it's just it's about like the something personal. Before I read from the book, it's like it's what I just said about 21, 21. It's like you're really coming to this like place of karmic completion. Like really, I feel you're actually really fed up with some kind of karmic cycle in your life. So whether that's with a person or several people, or like a way of being that you're stuck in or a mindset. There's something I feel you're like you've got to the end of the line with that. Like you're I don't know, you're being guided to just like it's basically because how I'm getting this is I'm seeing the world card, right? Because that's 21 and it's the end of a cycle of something. And then because I saw it twice, it's like doubled down. So I just want to shuffle the tarot and see if the world card comes out. And then we'll read this and see what it says. But yeah, spiritual maturity, it's like giving sort of old soul vibes and like um your soul's like tired of learning that same lesson. It's like time to graduate now. Wow. It's not the world, but it's the fucking tower. Shit. And again, it's like, so, sorry, it's like and the thing is, like, when I do this, like, I'm feeling your energy. So look how I'm kind of like a bit panicked. It's like, so it does feel like, it's like this is like a huge, big epiphany, revelation, awakening moment. And like I said, I've pulled awakening on the word cards, and I've pulled, just basically loads of wordy masculine cards about like waking up. So I just feel this is like quite a strong, a big change. It's a big change. I feel this could be a mindset, a way of being a person. It's something you've been around for a long time and you're at the end of the line. You're like, no, it's not gonna, this friendship isn't going to continue. This, whatever. Hello, people that are coming in. I will, I will see to you when I finish this card, but are you real people? Of course, you're going to reply yeah anyway, but um, and like other person, you've got too many letters before your name. I mean, what do I call you? The Semper? I'm going to call you Semper because I don't even know how to say the first bit. And the other person's Mr. E, so welcome. But yeah, the tower. Basically, and you can see how wordless, it's left me speechless. I mean, is wordless even a word? And then what's on the back? The star in reverse, yeah. It's like, I feel this, it's funny because on the video that you're going to see tomorrow, I pulled wake up call. I feel there's some kind of wake up call, big epiphany change happening in your life if it hasn't happened already, but I've seen that you said you're spot on. It's like, um, yeah, it's like the star card in reverse. It's like if you continue the way you've continued, it's like the light has just been zapped out of you, the healing, and it's like that's definitely the message. Yeah, chariot. Something needs to move forward fast for you not to be in that place. So again, I feel like something's sort of shaking you up. It could feel a bit uneasy at first, but it's going to be a good thing overall, right? Let's see what this card says because that's quite an interesting message. What shit? These cards aren't numbered. Um. Right, now actually, let me just read what did Charlotte say there? I mean, I'll put the wee timer on so that it's kind of giving me an idea. Um, I'm popping off now, but we'll watch the rest tomorrow. Thanks, Claire, for the card and have a good week. You're very welcome and have a good week yourself. Um, right, honouring your own spiritual growth and that of your beloved is vital for a loving relationship. Now, I was going to say that. I did feel him. Now, I know I kind of mentioned, but it's like, There is a, I don't know if you see that, but there's a tiny wee couple here. And because obviously your journey's slightly different, it's like, this is about how like your best friend in spirit is that's what we're gonna call him, is right alongside you through everything that you do. And I feel is really like helping you with whatever it is, like that these big sort of shocking changes and like shifts in your life. Um it's probably again, I'm hearing it's probably got a lot to do with what happened not Monday, not this what day's today? Aye, because that was only yesterday, like, a week ago. Because again, it was that was a big life, you know what I mean? Like again, I've done loads of life, but it just felt really special. Like I feel everyone, if you were really sort of involved in that, definitely if you were live, but even on the replay, I feel could have really got a lot from that because it's got a lot more views than what I usually get. It was like sitting at 80 views. Um, what is it actually says a lot. I feel it says because a lot of that live, let's face it, was the start of the show was your friend. So it's like um it feels, it's kind of says a lot for what a big character he had and still has, from there. What is spiritual maturity and why is it important in a loving relationship? Take a moment now to think about how you would answer these questions. Spiritual maturity will also take account spiritual compatibility. For example, if you believe in reincarnation, karma, and higher power, totally North Node and Pisces, that lovingly guide you, then how compatible can you be with a person who believes in a judgmental God and only one opportunity to get it right before being sent to heaven or hell? Good point. Being spiritually mature means that you can accept another person's views while being able to choose the best match for yourself wisely. A spiritually mature person doesn't have all the answers to life, the universe, and everything, but at very least they will have given these topics some consideration. Spiritually mature people endeavour to think for themselves because the maturing process actually requires that we question what our family and culture teaches us until we come to our own centre of belief in spiritual truth. And that's what I've really been focused in on feels like for weeks now, but it was only last week, last week and this week. But I'm not doing it as much this week. I'm doing today, and then I'll do Friday. I might do Thursday, but I think I'll just do it on Friday. You've drawn this card today because it's important for you to prioritize spiritual maturity in yourself and your partner. So again, you can be the decider on whether this is talking about how he is helping you from the spirit world, or whether this is about you and the other people surrounding you right now, and how things are changing and shifting, because I do feel things are changing and shifting around you. Um, uh, right. This will aid you in connecting with a true soulmate or allow your existing relationship to grow. An understanding of each other's beliefs and feelings can be realized through respectful and mindful conversation. I feel that's really what it's about, and this is so fascinating with some of the sessions I've done in the last wee while, or things I've spoke about. It's like, it's about that. It's about respect and like so whether it's, to do with love or friendship or family, it's about noticing is there respect there when you're having a conversation with someone, even if you're disagreeing. Um, and I feel this is about that, valuing yourself and I just feel there's going to be huge shifts in your energy in this area, if there hasn't already been. Like maybe being less tolerant of where people aren't so respectful. I wonder if this is when you said, I know that you've got a bit of a packed house there. Like it could be like, maybe where someone could maybe be a bit overly kind of cheeky or something and being like the guidelines on this channel. I was just saying that with my last session. It's like, some people that like new people that come to the channel could be like, whoa, that's kind of like quite harsh. I was like, but actually, no, it gets across the point. I can't talk. It gets across the point. I've been like this all day. I can't get my words out. So I don't know if any user experience in that. I think it's to do with the North Node and Pisces. So I'm just going telepathic. You know what I mean? So I'll be like, I'll just be sitting here silent, and you can read my mind. Um, but because I can't even blame a Mercury retrograde. But again, I could be picking up on the masculines a bit, like speechless of what's going on here. But again, I feel this is you. Because like I said, you're in that energy, and it's like I feel there's just huge shake-ups going on right now. And if you're not in it yet, just be prepared, people in masculine energy mailing people. Hello Nathan, how are you doing? See what I mean? I can't even speak. I can't speak. Um, um, Ask your prospective or existing partner what their beliefs are. Never assume. Create a space in your relationship for spiritual maturity to flourish. Have the courage to explore beyond the beliefs and ideals that were handed to you as a child and be willing to take whatever steps are necessary to mature yourself. Fucking hell, this totally fits with all the things that have been coming through. Right down to the point, I've been having loads of conversations about codependency today. And then it did follow on from the lives that I've done. Even though I haven't watched the lives back yet, I can remember that's what came through. When you do this, you will attract the person that is best for you. If you are in an existing relationship, you can open doors to many new and exciting possibilities for you and your partner to enjoy. Yeah, and I feel there's something there about like it's something to do with what I've said. Like where there may have been more tolerance for disrespect. I don't think you're here for it now, and that a lot of people are in that place. So I'll kind of leave that there. Right. So who was next? Somebody had a bit of. Um, I'm going to call you Semper. Semper, would you like one of these cards that I've read from? And while I'm waiting for your answer, I don't usually take questions, okay? But as I have been doing things about finance, and I do happen to have finance cards here. Well, it just depends, the luck of the draw. It's not always abundance money-wise, but I did just pick up half of a tarot deck. Oh, fuck's sake, it's more than half a tarot deck. Wait a minute, this is I've only got three of those cards. We can't be doing that. Where's the rest? That's kind of how I'm rolling because I nearly forgot. I'm like, oh, wait a minute, I'll put them there. I'm not going to lie, guys. I'm kind of over it for today, but I just didn't want to. Where the fuck? They were, I was using them earlier. This is about patience, though, so I think you might need to be patient when it comes to your finances right now. No, they're not letting me find them, and I was using them earlier, so that's a bit weird. Let's here. This is kind of fact. This is business stuff. Let's. What have we got? The North Node. Of course, it's everything I've just been going on about. So I've just been going on about the North Node from when I started, and I've just pulled you North Node purpose. So again, I feel that shift. So do you happen to know where the Pisces is in your chart? Have you got like Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus? If you haven't, you've got it somewhere like, look at where your 12th house is and look at where, right, one card from any deck. Okay, I will do that in a minute. Um, yeah, look at what sign your 12th house is in, and look, also I would look at where your Neptune is because that rules Pisces, and of course where your North Node is. But there's something about that North Node into Pisces is being highlighted here. So there's that, and then what's that say? Persist. There's something, and Earth is like finances. So there's something that this North Node in Pisces. I feel the North Node in Pisces is like really wanting you to, if you don't already use your intuition when it comes to things to do with finance, career, money, um, I feel there is a real shift to that or more emphasis on that of like weaving in. It's like basically balance it. So again, I don't know if you people that have just arrived are twin flames, but this is a twin flame channel. But even if you're not, I'm just hoping that, we might start attracting people that aren't twin flames. And sorry for calling you people, that sounds a bit cheeky. Um, that is how we create abundance. Like that is how you attract money is by balancing your feminine and masculine. So that's important for everyone to know. It's like, it is a fine balance of logic and analytical mind and being practical and following your intuition. Like, the best entrepreneurs will have a balance of their feminine and masculine and just follow well, and again a lot of people call it following a gut feeling. It's not always quite the same thing. And again, I could talk about that for hours, but it's kind of like, so they're wanting me to give a bit of an exercise. So this is, if you're new to this channel, this is what happens. I pull somebody a card and then it's like there'll be a lesson in it for everyone. And what I'm kind of feeling guided to say is I feel there's something that they're wanting you to focus in on when it comes to money. Hello, Think Blue. Um, and is that because I've put the thing about the cards in the title? That is funny how it pulls all the people in. There's something about whatever is like like because it's the North Node in Pisces, right? And I pulled you the North Node in your purpose. Whatever it is you've got a huge question about right now, and everyone could do this, but specifically for who I'm reading for, right? It's like I feel like, and this is for Mr. E to be just to be clear, right? Because I'm going to do Semper. Sorry, I'm going to call you that. Card after. Unless, and you know, if you actually have got like a name and you don't want me to use your screen name, then tell me and I'll try and remember. But basically, for everybody that's got some big burning problem or question or something, right? Have it in your mind. And so I'm just going to focus in on what Mr. E's question was. And what is it your head is saying about this issue, right? So listen, just take a moment and tune in. What is your head telling you, your mind, right? Probably know where I'm going with this. And again, you can watch this in replay, but just take a quiet moment to really tune in. And while you're all doing that, I'm just going to ask that with everyone's permission, we're just cutting off from the old earth of fear, lack, negativity, because that will have a negative influence. And we're connecting to the new earth of peace, calm, abundance, balance, and masculine, feminine. I happen to feel just as soon as you join the live, you're connected to that energy without me needing to say it, but I just felt I need to say it. So now, yeah, tune into what your head is telling you, right? Take a mental note. Now I want you to tune into what your heart is telling you about whatever the situation is. So for Mr. E, you've asked about finance. For everyone else, tune in. What is your heart telling you? See if you can notice a difference between these, the head, what the head and the heart is telling you. And lastly, I want you to tune in and really feel at your stomach, which is your solar plexus, which some might call your gut feeling. And really tune into there, tune into your body. And again, cancer could be linked to that too, because cancer is trauma, which is why actually physically moving your body in any way, dancing, other ways that you can move your body, and different types of exercise, obviously, and you know, can help you release trauma, as well as all this energetic work, because obviously I help people with the energetic work every day through here and in personal sessions, but you know, there's something here about really listening what your body is telling you right now. And so again, some of you might get wee quick hits when I'm saying this, and other of you might need to just sort of do that yourself. But again, I was just guided to do that, and it's basically just buy some time while I find these. There we go, and it worked. Finance cards, because you asked about finance. I just let's see what, and who knows, maybe the card might have been different before we done that. But just, you know, open your eyes if you even closed them. I didn't really get people to close their eyes, but just kind of noticed, you know, just even taking on board what I said there, there usually is a difference with what each of those points are telling you. And the more you sort of do that for things and you get to know yourself really, really well, at different for different things in your life you're going to go with a different place. It's not like, you know, you might think I'm going to say, oh, you're follow your heart. Your heart is always right. Like, there are circumstances that if you follow your heart, you're going to get into trouble. You know what I mean? And that's what I think a lot of people's limiting beliefs are. But there's other things like follow your heart, like on a Leo moon, it's the thing to do. But your head could be telling you no. Now I want to sing, oh, inappropriate songs. Like, I mean, it's only because anyway, like, I think we know what it's like, but you know, there's loads of songs about that. But and then other times you won't fucking know. Your head's saying this doesn't make sense. My heart's saying something, and my gut's saying fucking go for it. You know, I don't know what different things people are tuning into, but hopefully it helped the person that asked. So let's see a card on finance for Mr. E, and just take note. This can make sense for the people. If it says something about take a divinely guided chance, I'm going to laugh. I'm seeing it in my mind's eye, but let's just see what comes out. Someone needs that anyway. Dreams of abundance, pretty close, guys. You know what I mean? Because some of these cards are practical. As you sleep, God, your angels, and your higher self are giving. That's what I just done though. What I just was guided to do there, that is tuning into your higher self, and it is tuning into the different parts here. So that's what, yeah, that's still connected. And your higher self are giving you oh, there we go. Fuck's sake. See what I mean? It's not me. It's because they knew that the card was going to say it. I'm going to start again, but look, it does say divinely guided. As you sleep, God, your angels, and your higher self are giving you divinely guided ideas, answers, and solutions. Be sure to record your dreams in a journal, North Node in Pisces, very North Node in Pisces, that's dreams, because they could contain valuable insights that will help you manifest your dreams into reality. So, like I said, just really, sit and do that practice again for yourself and notice what comes through. It's safe for you to receive. So I feel there is some sort of limit and belief around um, finances in some sort of way. The more you allow yourself to receive, the more resources you have available to share with others. Open your arms to receive and be a conduit for good coming to you and through you, and it blesses the world. So, yeah, just really sort of, I would sort of maybe do affirmations around that. Like, the more that you've got, the more that you're able to help other people, or the more that you're able to yeah, yeah, something like that. However it resonates for you. Right, so I better move on to the next person. But thank you for asking that, because like I said, I don't usually go by questions. I just see what comes out. It's just always the way I've worked. But um, I don't always say no when somebody asks. I felt guided to do it. So, and especially because I don't know if you've been watching, I am focused on finance, like, this on the live. So it'd be a bit stupid if somebody asked that and I didn't I didn't comply this time. So, right, let's go with Semper now. So, Semper, you just said, right, I'm guided to this deck. So, let's see. So I think Nathan, I think you're next after I do this, and then before we know it, we're going to be on the new moon card. So if you're part of the second level of the membership where Nathan is a part of, I do new moon cards once a month. So somewhere around the new moon. So it was a bit I done it not exactly well, I didn't do it on the new moon recently because it was like over Christmas, but I did do that for Nathan. And actually the secret is if you're on the first level of the membership, although that's not officially part of it, because it's a wee group, I do end up pulling a card for everyone. So you probably won't be surprised about that. Whereas in public, I only do it once a month on the Leo moon, and I nearly forgot to do it. I would have made it up to use it, just would have been not the same in the Virgo moon. But I'm always bringing a bit of that Leo drama with my midheaven anyway, and my Venus and Aries in the fifth house. So anyway, what have we got for Semper? Strengthen your gifts. So I feel at this time again, there's a lot of focus on the North Node in Pisces for everyone. The North Node in Pisces, the collective destiny. Again, like what I said, look at where that energy is for you. The Pisces in your chart. There is something here about your gifts coming more online. So whether you're already, are like really tapped in with your clairs, your clairvoyance, your clairaudient, your clairsentience, all the clairs. I feel that it's gonna amp up in a big way. Or if you weren't that accustomed to them, get ready because it's about to crank up a gear. Make necessary sacrifices. I feel I feel that reminds me of a card in another deck that's like, the time of exchanging karma for happiness is over. Like I feel there's something that's really going to speak to you about that where you just feel like you're forever like having to sacrifice something for your happiness. And I feel they're saying that that's going to be not happening at all or as much is what I'm hearing. So whatever that take the lead. And I feel it's to do with it when you step in, whether you're male or female, when you step into that emperor mode and you take the lead of your own life and claim your art. So again, I don't know if you are creative in that way, like literally something to do with art, but it doesn't need to be like actual art. And again, this could be creativity as in like this is my creativity that I'm sharing with you and helping people and healing people. But it's like, however your creativity shows up in the world, I feel it's like, it's good just basically it's going to your happiness is going to crank up because you are not sacrifice you're not it's like you're not sacrificing your own happiness to suit others. People it's something to do with people pleasing or something. Right, so right now Nathan, would you like one of the true love reading cards? And because I'm like, I'm in this energy, if anyone else is here and you haven't had a card, let me know because I did kind of say to myself, I didn't set a time. You know how it is, like especially because I almost forgot and I do need to eat. But to be honest, I'm not hungry right now, and I'll just eat when I get off. Um, I had a big breakfast. So, but yeah, basically, if there aren't a lot of people that want a card, I might come off at like 10. I equally might be sitting here at 11, so I just don't know. We'll just see how much fun we're having. Right, what have we got for Nathan? And then Think Blue 45, you resonated with someone else's, and that's what happens. But I will pull you your own card, so see how you resonate with this or the style it, and then I can pull the same one from like the same deck or any deck I'm led to like what I just done. Right, so what have we got for Nathan? The garden. So we have the garden, and it's got a little woman there chilling in the garden, and the garden gate is open. So let's see what this is about. So before I read from the book, I feel there's something about like wherever you might feel trapped, there is a way out because the garden gate is not locked. It is not locked. Not only is it not locked, the garden gate is wide open. So I've no idea what that's about, but that's channeling through. Right, let's see. So 15, the garden. Also 15 is the devil card. So again, however this is going to, fit with you. The devil card, obviously, as we know, can be addictions, toxic energy, it can be karmic energy, karmic situations, karmic mindset. But it can also be things to do with sexual energy, or it can sometimes be as well where you need to kind of follow um you know, not be so goody goody and kind of like, go and, live a little kind of thing and like live on the edge. But it really just depends how this is gonna depends. If you've been overdoing it a certain area, it's probably saying rein it in. If you've been too sensible, it's like live a little. So hello, another new person. Hello, World Citizen 07. Would you like a card? Right, so I've got another person after you, but I'm trying to catch people as they come in. I don't know why, I don't know why we're getting so many new people. This never happens, but we're rolling with it. So again, see what I mean? We can blame the North Node and Pisces for that too. I'm not about blame and shame, but that must be what it is. So, um, honor yourself as the beautiful person you are, trusting in life as it is. The garden is lush and fertile when she's healthy, barren and barren. I said that funny, barren, and forbidding when she's neglected. She ebbs and flows with the seasons. Oh, this right. I'm going to use a brilliant analogy from a really weird film that I watched, which I've just realised I haven't channeled about that film actually, and it was really good. Um, but I'm going to use an analogy after I read the whole card because it was about grass. It was about exactly this actually. So, and not that kind of grass, but she ebbs and flows with the seasons, is still when she needs to be, and full of colour, life, and nourishment when timing is right. She bursts with fruit and flowers and attracts all good things to her. Animals and people come to marvel at her beauty, enjoy her cool shade, and hail her fragrance, and restore themselves. In a world where we're constantly under pressure to be active, the idea of being the garden rather than being the gardener can seem far too passive. And this is talking about masculine and feminine too, so there's really a strong message here to oh my God, Nathan, like, without going too deep into your own personal message, but again, I know like if I was talking to anyone else it might be different, but you do share a lot. So but what this isn't too juicy what I'm gonna say, but if you think about what was said when we last spoke, like, and not in person, but you know what I mean, on the Zoom, I think it's about just going with the flow and let it go with control, because control is associated with the masculine, and going with the flow is associated with the feminine. So this is like, don't be the gardener, step into being the garden. That's quite a funny message, but that's what I'm getting, like, go with the flow. We're in double figures now, guys. Right, where did I get to with that? Um, yeah, in this context, however, to be passive means to be peaceful and in a state of trust, trusting that all you need is available to you without having to hunt it down. Modern women will wonder how long they need to wait for a suitable gardener to come along. I'm sure there's a joke here. While modern men may feel that they already have enough to do without having to nurture. This is how we can all benefit from these messages. This is fucking banter. Right, wait a minute. Change men and women to how it fits for you. But yeah, they already have enough to do without having to nurture the feminine in their lives as well. The truth is that we all have an inner garden and a gardener. This is talking about masculine and feminine. And true abundance develops in your life when you maintain a healthy balance between the two. Oh my God, exactly what I said to somebody else. When I said when you balance your inner masculine and feminine, not only is that about leading you one step closer to twin flame union, and it also isn't as easy as I made it sound. You've got to shed yourself of all the codependency that you probably didn't realize you had in your life until you opened your eyes and saw it. And it was like, oh fuck, shit. Like, holy fuck, I've got to trim back the garden of all the weeds in the form of unhealthy codependent connections. It doesn't mean the person themselves is a weed, but it means this isn't doing any of us any good. Um, so again, take note of what's coming through here, Nathan. Um, but yeah, it's also the balance of masculine and feminine is about how you attract abundance in your life, happiness, and things to do with money. It just comes in everything. Balance comes in everything in life, whether you're a twin flame or not. Um, you have drawn this card today because your inner garden is in need of some attention. Be sure to reconnect yourself to the feminine cycles of nature by spending time in a natural garden and tuning into the vibration of the season by enjoying a healthy meal. But is it not like really heavy snow there though? Mind you, it didn't look like it when I spoke to you the other day. Are you in a part of Canada where it's not like that, or um, by enjoying a healthy meal made only from fruits and vegetables that are in season, filling a vase of fresh flowers, or by spending time outside where you'll be exposed to the climate and environment? Again, I done that today. I had a really slow walk by the sea and it was like it totally did like I think that's why I've got all this energy and it's probably why I'll actually sleep tonight. Um, Consider the blessings and bounty you have to share with those you love. Honor your inner cycles and see yourself once more as the beautiful person you are. So there's definitely a message there about slowing down, Nathan. And so now I'm going to give the analogy from the film that I watched, right? And the actual context of the film is not relevant, well, for exactly what it's about, but there still will be things. Oh shit, actually, wait a minute. There will be things well, basically, the main thing of the film was it was about a same-sex couple, and it was definitely about, so that bit's not relevant to you, but it was definitely about untangling the codependency from family because she was hiding, basically, she was hiding that she was gay from her family because it was like a really sort of old-fashioned town. And anyway, it was one of these films that I just ended up watching. I'm like, why the fuck am I watching this? And I feel it's maybe for this moment now for some of you that will really speak to. But it was actually a very moving film. And I mean, I just obviously told you what it was about, but if you found it on Prime yourself, you wouldn't think it was about that because they don't give it away in the thing. It was a good film. It did have a message, but because I watched it a while ago now, I can't remember all of it. But it's called Jenny's Wedding. So again, someone might be called Jenny that's tuning in as well. But I did channel about it on one of the videos actually, but I didn't talk about it for loads. But the point is, there's an analogy in it, right? And it's actually about the sister in the film, and it's because she's in an unhappy relationship, and it just gets across the idea that the guy's out cheating on her, and she's got a young baby, and other kids, and she just looks miserable. She just looks fucking exhausted and miserable, and just someone in an unhappy relationship. And she's looking out the window at the grass, and it's dead. And there's it runs through the whole film, and that's probably the bit I found the most interesting throughout. Not the most bit, but one of the most an interesting thing throughout the film because I really got it because I love metaphors. And again, anyone would get it, but I'm going to explain it to you as well. But it's like so basically, this is going on throughout the film alongside the storyline of the main character basically coming out of her shell and telling people that she's actually been living with her partner for years and she wants to get married because they just thought it was her flatmate. Um, and um, Again, I'm tempted to make loads of. I'm going to make the joke about myself. Like I was asked this question along the years as well because I've been single for over 20 years now, and even and it's kind of like if you wear it, be all right. I'm like, I'm not. I'm just in a very difficult predicament that is not got anything to do with being gay. That would be a lot easier. I know it wouldn't. That comes with difficulties too. But anyway, moving on. But the point is it's like the sister keeps looking at the grass and the grass is dead. So just Nathan, see where this is in your life, okay? So this could be about something to do with yourself, or it could be to do with people around you, where it basically a relationship needs to be nurtured, right? And so basically, she says to her husband, she's like, "Why don't you ever? why don't you ever water the grass? And she's like, oh, hello, Saoirse, how are you doing? She's like, why don't you ever water the grass? And like, um, and he's like, what the fuck are you talking about, kind of thing. And it's just basically they're on a different page. And then, oh, I can't really relay the message very well. I'm just trying to remember the rest of it. And basically, it's like, so rather than waiting on her husband to get off his lazy ass, I don't like the word lazy, but that guy, you just get the feeling he's a total dick in this film. Um, she starts watering the grass herself, and as you can imagine, the grass starts to come back to life, and it actually makes her happy. And so it's an analogy for she wasn't happy. Like she hadn't realized she was in an unhappy, codependent, toxic relationship with a guy that's like, because he kept going out and being like, oh, I'm going out, I'm going out, I'm going out, and she's got, oh, you baby, and it's like he's clearly just going out and fucking cheating on her. But it's kind of like, she wasn't happy, and that's the point. And it's really interesting because, like, that is what I find myself saying every now and again when it's relevant. Like, rather than asking yourself the question, you know, well, I suppose that again, that like this, yeah, it feels like it's about codependency. It shouldn't be about am I good enough to stay in this relationship or to keep this person. It should be about am I happy? And that was the point, It was like until her sister had come out as gay, she hadn't, and she saw how happy she was with her partner. Because it was a big secret. It was like she hadn't realized that actually she wasn't happy. So and then it took away from the whole fact that the small community are focusing in on, oh, because again, it must be meant, it's either set in like a really old fashioned like backwards town. Or like I think it was maybe religious. It was some shit. There was some kind of big deal anyway. People were like, it was, and then the whole point of the film, which is why even if you're not in a same-sex couple, the whole point was everyone needs to get the fuck over it. And I think that's what I said in another video. It's like, you could be a heterosexual twin flame couple. Everyone needs to get the fuck over it. Like, focus on your own lives. Are you happy? Are you happy in your relationship? Are you happy with your family and your relationships? Are you happy with the friends? Because a lot of people aren't, rather than focusing on the twin flame connections that people are focusing on. Wow. So there's a lot that came through that message, Nathan, and I feel like I want to shuffle another one here, because Nathan is part of the um lovely, thank you, and thank you for your guidance. Love the story. Great. Would you like a card as well? Because I'm doing cards. I'm just finishing Nathan's card, and then it'll be Think Blue, World Citizen, and then you. So, um, and where's everybody from? You don't need to tell us, but if you want to tell us your name and where you're from, you don't need us to tell us your name either, but um, one for Nathan to go on top of that. Build on solid ground. Thank you for backing me up there. So notice I'm talking about a garden and the earth and and this is saying build on solid ground. I feel, I feel this actually could be even just about yourself, Nathan. Like really nurturing your own inner masculine and feminine, and just to basically keep on top of it, like the girl in the film has to keep on top of this grass isn't going to water itself. It's going to stay dead until I water it. And so she waters it back to life. And then guess what? She kicks the guy out. So, you know what I mean? You probably knew it was going like that. But as soon as the grass is like green and fresh and growing again, she boots her husband out. So, you know what I mean? There's a message in that for everyone. Like, sometimes you don't realize you're unhappy and you're sleepwalking through your life until you see somebody else that really is happy. Whether they're with somebody else or not, by the way. Because look how I'm like fucking sitting here happy as a pig in shit doing this. Do you know what I mean? Because I'm doing my thing. But it's like, I'm sure I could be a lot happier if there was more exciting things going on in my life, but I'm making the most of this moment right now. Do you know what I'm saying? Right, okay, my nose is really itchy, so the ancestors are coming in strong. Right, so what have we got for Think Blue 45? So Think Blue, do you want one of these deep, lovey Venus and Pisces, North Node and Pisces cards that I just read for Nathan, or would you like me to see what other cards I get led to? I think I'm just going to use these for most people unless somebody sort of says otherwise. Spirit stops me when I'm following what I think is my passion. I'm a tad confused. Ah, right. Okay, so I am on your one. What do we think then? You tell me. Do you want me to stick with these cards? These are called the True Love reading cards, but it doesn't always, as you just saw, that was more like rather than that being about romantic love, that felt like it was about, I mean, it still could be that. That feels like it was about the balance of like not waiting for other people to do things for you, doing it for yourself, and whatever else, Nathan got from the message and anyone else. Um, let's see. Spirit stops me when I'm following what I think is my passion. I'm a tad confused. Right. Let's get one of these ones. And I'm like, someone's ancestors are coming in really strong. I think it's all of our ancestors, but my nose is really itchy, and that's what happens when they're really. Oh my God! Oh, look at this. I'm not even using that deck. I've just picked up an emotions card. Frustrated, prevented, hindered, and blocked. Well, yes, that's what you've just told us you're having a problem with. And receptive. So open, accepting, welcoming. So because it was in reverse, they're just saying, yeah, they understand that that's where you're at right now. But there could, so even before like those, I'm going to, pull you a card that's more substantial than that. But there's something there about, I feel you've got a limit in belief around, there's some sort of, now again, this is the confusing thing. Like if we were in a session or doing hypnotherapy or something, we could actually ask your subconscious. But what I'm basically getting just before I even pull this other card is there's something around like there's some sort of limit in beliefs which could be like a subconscious. So consciously you might be like, no, I don't feel like that. But there's something in your system that's like that you don't really feel like you can really be a success at something. But it's like a limit in belief. So I feel like if you get to the bottom of where that limit in belief came from, you'd be able to clear it and like, you wouldn't be in so much procrastination because usually that's what the root of the problem is for everyone, whatever we're talking about here. But like, not being good enough for like a partnership or not being good enough for a career or not being good enough and for the world, it really depends how deep that goes with people. So anyway, with that in mind, let's see what's coming through for Think Blue 45. And there's nobody wanting to share where they are in the world. You don't need to, but what? Sorry, I think your guides and my guides together are having a bit of a laugh. Look at the. We'll see how this. I'm sorry, this might be one of the. I'm just a messenger. This might be one of these really annoying messages where you're left to kind of like work it out for yourself. Because look what I've just pulled. Paths unknown. Is that not cruel? When you have actually just told us what you're struggling with and you want the guidance on it, and then we're just getting cards about telling you what you're dealing with. Okay, we'll just see where it goes. So, paths unknown. Let's see. Caught in the ruins as well. Yeah, that's backing up what I just said. I feel there's a karmic mindset that's going on. There's a limit in belief. There's a running script that's telling you can't do it. But you can, damn it. Right, so let's see. Paths unknown. 126. So, woodland animals gather around a woman who stands in a. So, again, whether you're a woman or a man, and also this can resonate with other people, obviously, point out the obvious, but felt the need to say it. In a small clearing in the forest, the fork before her breaks into three separate. Chicago, darling, we're all freezing. Oh, God. Um, yeah, it was actually. Sorry to rub it in, but it's abnormally hot today. So much so that I was like, "What the fuck? This is weird." It was freezing the other day, and it's like really mild here today. Like more than mild, it's warm. It's weird. The fork before her breaks into three separate paths. Oh my God, look, this is like the exercise I just done. Head, heart, gut. So, um, for anyone that wasn't here when I done that, you might want to catch the replay. The middle is clear and bright, the left is much darker with more trees and growth, and the right is dappled by sunlight with a few shadows falling here and there. So it's definitely very connected to that exercise. And again, I could do that more in depth in a personal session, but I feel that will help people too. Just, you can do it for yourself. But um, this card reveals that you've been traveling on a path that's known to you and it shows you the way to expected outcomes. And that's the bit that I feel might be your comfort zone. So I feel the North Node in Pisces is really going to that's going to push you into the unknown because that's what that would be about. You don't like it's Pisces is 12th house, it's a mystery. Which the 12th house is my favourite by the way, so I'm all about that. You've just got to fucking take a leap and see what happens. Look at what I'm doing right now. I always just come to this open and I just roll it. And that's how I've done this for the past 10 years. So but there are two other paths. My nose is so itchy. You've got so many ancestors around you. It's really strong because they're pulling me everything in my room about ancestors, right down to my great grand's teacup up there too. Um, So, and it shows you the way to expected outcomes, but there are two other paths. Again, I don't know if you've ever thought about doing any type of mediumship work or something, but it might be that might be what they're trying to tell me with guiding my eyes up to that, or like ancestral work or something to do with that. But your ancestors are really pushing you. Um, but there are two other paths that aren't as clear. Remember, if you stay with only the known and seemingly safe, this is so connected to the head, heart, and the thing. Um, you won't catch the unseen opportunities that can come your way. That again, we could link that to the other person's card about the Nathan's about the grass. Like if you stay where the grass is dead, you're never going to know fresh, green, growing grass where like we could maybe even add in a few of your favourite flowers and fucking rose bushes and whatever else, you know what I mean, in a waterfall. Um, some options may be unexpected and perhaps a little risky. Again, we're in a Leo moon, it's about taking a risk. Don't be so attached to your agenda that you miss them. Happily, during this phase, you can investigate unknown paths and make the decisions that lie before you with confidence. You're flexible and brave enough to step into the shadows. Stay alert. Extraordinary opportunities abound in the least expected places. So what, whatever you take from that, but there's something that you're, like I said, it's exactly what I said. I feel guided to this deck for some reason. Um, there's something that it's not your comfort zone. It's definitely not your comfort zone. And there's some sort of lingering limiting beliefs, which by the way, when I do this isn't just pulling a card because I'm an energy healer too, like a clear energy. It could even just me saying that could bring it to the forefront for you, uh, to sort of do something about it. And let us know if that happens. But again, it depends how deep it runs. You might need to sort of do some meditation or hypnosis, like either through just watching free YouTube stuff, or I've got a playlist with stuff like that, activations, and but there's something coming through. And also these are like power animal cards. So yeah, you're definitely like whether you already consciously really feel connected to your ancestors and your power animals, these are the energies that I'm feeling like overwhelmingly wanting to connect with you. Um, joy, guiding you towards your joy. Oh wow, and this might have something to do. So can I just ask, are all of you twin flames, or are you just random people that have found this? I just because this is a twin flame channel. You don't need to be a twin flame. Like we might start getting people that aren't on the twin flame path, but this card is about love. So like, look at the wee foxes like curled up there. So whether this could be like at some point working with like a twin flame in business, whether you're like near that or nowhere near it, or but it's partnering up with someone. Doesn't again, you don't even need to be a twin flame, but let's see what it says. Fox, clever. You are swift and smart. Solutions to problems are easily found. Always listen to your instincts. See, there's something there. I don't like saying see, but there's something about it. It's like I want to go with the gut feeling thing with you. It's like it's not your head, it's not even your heart. It's like there's something. It's just you. It doesn't quite make sense. But if you follow it, you're gonna, always cheesy sayings like, you've got to take the first step and then the staircase will light up kind of vibe. Resources surround you, be open to romance. And maybe that could even lead to the romance you're meant to be in. Or it's like, oh right, so you are a twin flame. Yeah, it's definitely again, it's like whether you're already um that's going to lead to it's going to basically benefit your twin flame connection whether you're like, in union or not, it's like it's something to do with your twin flame. Um, right, okay, I better move on to the next person. But again, I feel you need to sit with that yourself and you need to do the exercise, something similar to that, to what I said about whatever your dilemma is, what is your maybe write stuff down. Like, what is your head telling you? What is your heart telling you? What is your gut telling you? And there's something in the cards seem to be really coming through about your gut. Um, but you it's most important that you go with what feels right to you, but it's not going to feel comfortable. That's the point. It's got to get you out of don't stay in a comfort zone. That's the wrong way. I can tell you that for much what I've got from all the cards. Can't even talk now. Grizzly bear power. I am indestructible. I honor my Yeah. I honor my intuition and I go where it leads. Love and gentleness are my real strength. I never give up. I will succeed. I'm sorry, but like it's a mixture of my guides and your guides, and the ancestors fucking me a bit because it's like I'm saying follow your gut, and now that's saying follow your intuition. So I suppose it's like, what do you consider your intuition? Do you consider that your gut or your heart? Because it's not going to be your head, you know what I mean? But it's kind of like a bit of a, whether you see it as a cool conundrum or a bit of a fucking annoying one. It really leads with that paths unknown. It's not for me to know, it's not for anyone in the chat to know. It's for you to go where you feel led and see what happens next. Do you know what it feels like? It feels like whether you're the feminine or the masculine, it feels like where all the masculines are at right now. You've just got this strong, overwhelming feeling to take the next step, and you don't find out what happens until you do it. So see how that can apply to love, business, ending a karmic situation, whether that's love, friendships, putting boundaries up with family, or, more like the same. Some people do need to actually move away from family, whether it's indefinitely or for a bit. It's like this is what I've helped people with in the past and present. Um, Community, and look, that's not a coincidence. So is there something? So again, I'm going to go to the next person, but there's something coming through there about just be mindful of the people around you. Because look at what I was just saying, and then I pulled a card that's talking about community. There could be something about the people around you that might be you know I don't know. Do you feel comfortable about really flying your? I want to say flying your freak flag online or offline, whatever it is you're doing. Because if not, there might need to be a bit of work done around that, because that could prevent people from breaking free out of comfort zone. Right. Okay. So let's go on to the next person. In fact, yeah. So world citizen. I've not pulled you a card yet, have I? And you're in Nevada. Um. Right. Again, I've not got too much energy left in me, guys. I'm just going to be honest, but we'll see. Let's go to that deck again. So, oh my God, my nose is really itchy. Take your ancestors with you. Again, it will be mine too, but it's quite funny. Um, right, you're very welcome. So, what have we got for World Citizen 06? Cardinal vision. So again, there's a vision that you've got. You're on the right channel. But yeah, there's a vision that you've got that is coming together. Mine are strong. Yeah, I fucking know they're strong. Look at what was happening to me. Um, but like seriously, that was real. Like, I mean, people, if you don't understand that, like I was really, really feeling Think Blues people very, very strongly. And again, I know that you guys are new, but people that aren't new, see how, strong my guides and the light beings and the bits and bobs, everybody that comes through. We just don't tap into demons on this channel, but it's yeah, they are, because it's like they've left with you now, so it's like not as, but wow, my nose was like really itchy. A lot of power animals and stuff. Um, Right, so there's a vision that you have, World Citizen 06, and we've got heal. And again, I feel there's something going on with you. So again, do you know what sign your Chiron is in? Because I've pulled the Chiron card, but also Chiron for everyone is in Aries. So, you might want to sort of be aware of where the Aries, if you're not already, of where the Aries is in your chart. And where your own Chiron is, I would say. So Chiron, if you're not aware, for everyone listening, is about, if you're in the pain of your Chiron, you're in your wounds. And then when you transcend and you move through a bit more of your healing, you're still always going to have those, you're very welcome. You're still always going to have those wounds, but you're going to be able to talk from a more healed place. So for example, for people that are here all the time, you know this, but for anyone new, the thing that's unique about me is that I do use a lot of my own experience, but when I use my own experience, I tend to talk from from years ago, or definitely, like, at least if something really extreme happens in my life, I at least leave it like about a year before I would go more in depth. But it's like, so you'll find some of the more sort of codependent sort of things that I went through, like like 3 and 4 years ago, some of it longer, but that seems to be coming through a wee bit more because there's a lot of people going through it now. Definitely, a lot of the masculines are mirroring the feminines that went through that around these sort of periods of time. Everyone's sort of different, but um, And again, I always have to repeat this, but it's not I'm not one for blame. Like blame and shame don't do anyone any good. So whether it's blaming yourself or blaming and shaming other people, but again, that can be difficult because it doesn't mean you've not got a right to be upset or even angry about something. But that's how you can tell when you've healed something, when you don't cry about something anymore, you don't even get angry, you just kind of feel a bit indifferent about it. And but but things can still be like, I forgive that situation or that person, but I don't want anything to do with them. And again, you don't need to be like toxic about it or like, it's just kind of it is what it is. But again, unfortunately, the with me going on about all this is relevant to who I'm reading for right now, like World Citizen 06, and whoever this makes sense to. It's about but when you get in anyway, I've talked about Chiron. When you get into the more healed part of your Chiron, that's when you sort of move into like a bit more of like, say like the teacher part of you or um like being able, yeah, some of you, I do feel it is that, like, when you're able to talk about something from your experience, but from a place of maturity, like spiritual maturity is the thing I want to use. I did that came out in a card earlier. And not only will it help you, but it'll also help other people. And for some of you, that's actually your purpose. Like that's mine. Like so, for instance, to give you an example of what I just said, and look, that's funny. That's what I spoke about, and then they're making me do what I said. But my Chiron's in Gemini, in the seventh house. So that's why I'm always helping people with shadow work because the seventh house has a lot to do with that. It's also to do with your marriage, union. I help people with inner union and physical union, but it's also your karmic partners and I help people with codependency. So again, my Chiron can be explained. Also, it's at 0 degrees, which is very potent. Which is why, that could explain my specific twin flame shaman because it's healer, like the healing just comes through my frequency. Like I am a shaman and a Reiki master, but I don't really tend to hold my hands up and like be quite, I do it just for reading the cards. Sometimes I do it other ways, and I've got a healing playlist if you're new. We've got another new person. Hello, blissfully Renee. Um, Right, have we got another card to add to this? So only you're going to know, world citizen, where you lie on this. Like, are you in the wounds of your healing? Are you kind of in victim or victor mode? Are you kind of in the middle where you're like, yeah, that was totally shit that happened to me, and I'm still not really kind of knowing why that all happened, but I'm getting to the light at the end of the tunnel? Or are you at the light at the end of the tunnel where you're like, perhaps talking about what you went through and maybe even helping other people? Doesn't need to be like on a platform or anything, although it could be, or you could be destined for that, because I do attract a lot of people that are, meant to be helping others and stuff like that. But it could just be like, it could be sitting around a staff room, you know what I mean? Like telling people how you got through something, or sitting with your pals, or blah 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 blah. What else have we got? But these are like, business cards connected to astrology, so there could be something, to do with me picking up these cards for you. Air, reason, yeah. I feel there's something that right now you're grappling with, is what I heard about some sort of vision of healing that you've got, like for yourself. And it could seem like a bit of a challenge because that woman's like staring out a window at a mountain. Um, but this one looks quite introspective. Again, whether you're a male or a female, and that's a female too, actually. And then this has got the balloons ascending. It's like you're trying to. I feel like what this feels like. It feels like you're trying to work through something. Again, this could be relevant, but it could just be given. They're giving me the example of when I was in my dark night of the soul, and I was like, why the fuck did this happen to me? Like, this is like really unfair. And I just had to sit with that for years until I was like, right, okay, I get it. It's happened because I'm meant to be a dark night of the soul teacher, whatever I want to fucking call myself, and I'm here to help people with that. And I've got a better I wouldn't say better, but I've got a lot of knowledge and experience in that area from past lives and from this fucking life, to be able to talk about that till the cows come home. That's why I'm going to write a book one day. And people have been seeing me say that for like fucking 10 years now, but I will. But yeah, luck. But you see what I mean? Like, there's something like that with you. Everyone knows what I'm going to say now if you're here all the time. There's no such thing as luck. Luck is preparation meeting opportunity. I turned that situation around. So take what I'm saying and apply this to you, whoever's resonating with this. Um, I took a really painful situation and I alchemized it into being my power. And once I healed from it enough, I started speaking about it even more. You know what I mean? So anyway, so there we go. Well, I quite like that, mate. That was quite an interesting message. So I hope that meant something to you, whatever came through there. Um, I've been manifesting love and finance, and I'm on a spiritual healing path. Well, there you go. So, however that all fitted with you. Right, I've caught up now. So, Renee, you're next if you would like a card. My Chiron's in Aries. Can you tell me anything about that? Oh, right, where it is now. I've been on a healing and discovery path for a while now, and I have my birth chart done. Great. So I love it when people know where they're. Well, do you want me to pull one of those um like business astrology cards that I was using? You're very welcome. Or if you want me to, see where I'm guided, because I have got cards about like good, I'm glad. I've got cards about, because again, if you're new here, you'll get tired of me saying, but I say it all the time, it's just God speaking through me. It's just God and the guides. And, I'm just passing on the message. And I'm a bit of a sleepy, tired channel right now, but that's how sometimes it can be better when I'm like that. I just push myself out of the way to deliver the message. Well, I use my personality, so, um, or they do rather. Um, what have we got? What have we got for? Am I saying your name right? Is it Renee? Oh, you got the same card. Look at all them. There's like 70 something cards in that. So you got the same card, a reason. But you see, that happens a lot when I go from person to person, even if I show it's because it's a theme and it's going to resonate with people that are maybe too shy to ask for a message. Oh, Saoirse, sorry. And the only reason I know how to say your name is because I've got someone in my family called that. It's a beautiful name. Um, Yes, sorry. Thanks for speaking up because if I've missed anyone else, just let me know because it will get to a point. We're not quite there, guys. So I'm not gonna like be dramatic about this, but I can foresee. See, like this actually, everyone else. This is what I said. This is not like loads and loads of people, by the way. But this is if you're new, this is a lot for a live stream. We don't. It even says 10 people watching now. You know, I'll maybe just need to ground myself a bit because I get a bit overwhelmed. But it's like, can you imagine if I get overwhelmed with 10 people watching? This used to happen on Facebook Live, something like that, freaking out. But the secret is I actually in private Facebook groups, there was like six, sometimes I would go live in some of these spiritual Facebook groups, and there'd be 60 people in the live right away, and then it'd go to like 120 and blah, blah, blah. And so it's kind of weird. Like, I don't really know how I'm going to be if it gets like that on here, but we'll just have to roll with it, guys. Um, but it would be the day when it's like literally, oh no, Nathan's here, that like hardly any moderators are on. But again, we don't need that right now. But um, I've got my power animals and stuff. Oh, thank you for that donation. I take it you would like a card as well, Alejandro. Oh my God, I like saying your name. I don't know if I said it right, but I like saying it, Alejandro. Right, okay. So Renee, let's focus here. What have we got? It could be ancestors trying to come through, and that's why she said that. Yes. Now I want an ancestors card. Yes, right. So let's see. So square. So there's some kind of challenge. Yeah. So I feel the card about the reason was like, there's something you're ascending. Your guides are trying to get you to ascend some sort of challenge that's going on right now, but it is for your soul's growth. You're very welcome. And again, it's like, I feel like I don't know, like so again, this isn't specifically about you. I feel there's some sort of situation. If this hasn't, again, I read the past, present, and future, right? The Akashic records. There's some sort of situation that you're going to be called to be a bit of a harmonizer in, because we've pulled the Libra card. I feel like you are being guided to, um, yeah, like your guides. I'm saying guides, but your guides are guiding you to help with a situation. So it's like you're going to need to be a little bit of a Buddhist monk in amongst a bit of an argument or something. So I don't know if this is with people that you know well online or offline, or it could even be strangers. But I feel just look out for that situation, or it might have already happened. But that's a bit of a random message. So because of that, I'm going to pull you um a power animal sort of ancestors-y kind of card now. Um. Oh, look at that. And then that's about being in the present moment. Yeah, so just pay attention. If this hasn't happened yet, you're going to be. I'm being pulled to the wolf things too. So I don't know if you really connect with the wolf as like a power animal, but or hummingbirds, because I pulled the hummingbirds. There's something here about needing to be really present. And like, I hope this isn't like something really dramatic here or something, but like, I feel like you're in that moment for a reason, like to diffuse the drama. It's almost like, it feels like it's a real sort of Aries fueled. Again, I'm an Aries with Venus in Aries. There ain't nothing wrong with Aries. There is a shadow to Aries too, but I'm picking up on the anger side of it. And it's like I feel like you might need to come in with some like Libra energy. So I don't know where the Libra is in your chart, but you know, again, it's like the Libra in my chart's in the 12th house, so that's very kind of like how I always describe Charlotte's energy. It's like kind of like it is like that's why I said that. Like I really do work with like a Buddha, not all the time, but I know when that energy's coming in because I literally had to do exactly what I wasn't seeing that vision, but I had to do that once at like a training thing. Like there was two women that were totally like they weren't about to get physical or anything, but they were both rubbing each other up the wrong way, kind of like, and I was like, oh, and I just kind of like diffused it a bit. Anyway, so there's something like that. You are yeah. Oh my God. Wow. Sorry. I love this. This is what I love about when there's more people on a chat because it's like I can stay in the stream and bring boom, 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 boom. And then the loved ones in spirit like to sort of fly in as well. And it's flying and I'm holding a bird card. But look at how I just described you. And, I feel this is the first time. Is this the first time you've spoke on the channel? I don't think you've spoken the channel. Sorry if you have, but look how I just described your energy. You are the joy bringer. And also, hummingbirds are my one of my power animals at my heart, and that's how I'm good at helping people be in the present moment. Just like be fully where you're at in the present moment. Stop worrying about the past and the future. Like be here now. Doesn't mean I'm fucking always there, guys. I worry about things in the past, but it's like generally speaking, I'm quite good at bringing myself back in to that moment or knowing the people that can bring back in it, or like it's definitely doing like being here right now, doing this for you. That's why I can sit here for hours. Um, and that's when you know like somebody that's truly in their divine feminine energy. Because other people that aren't tapped into that, they can't understand how somebody can sit for like 5 and 7 and 10 hours. Like, yeah, you heard right. You wouldn't believe the amount of times I've sat on a one-to-one Zoom. Like it's kind of like beyond comprehension. But it's because I've worked on my own energy a lot and like I can do that. You bless the world with positivity and love. Energy soars on your shiny wings, spread the miracle of happiness. But I feel you're similar. Like I feel if you're not already able to kind of do things like this, like to really bring a lot of joy to people's lives, like that's what you're meant to be doing. But you might be doing it already. Right, that was a nice message. Right, so and I do want to have a sneak peek on the back. Yes, look, wow, you've got similar like animals around you to what my powered animals are. And that'll be why you've been led here. One of the reasons, because we've got the hummingbird and I was also drawn to the wolf, and my two main ones are the wolf and the tiger. And look, we've got the tigers on the back. Do you connect with any of these animals? Tiger, fire. I choose to be unstoppable. My passion is my power. I am bold, I am brave. Mighty forces come to my aid. I'm really feeling the axis of Libra and Aries in you, wherever that is. That's what I'm feeling. It's like, because I was describing the Libra energy in you, wherever it is. And then I was describing the Aries. It's like you really know when to sort of tap into either or, like being the peacemaker or being the one like, hey, hang on a minute, and being a bit more assertive. Or like a mixture of needing to do a bit both. I don't know what that's about, but I hope that made sense to you. Right, so um right, Saoirse, I'm going to Saoirse, you're next, aren't you? And then Alejandro, and then I might go before more people come. Um I do like this though, but it's like I might not. It just depends. Um I'm sure I'm just waiting. I haven't got uh my father just passed on the oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. That why I was seeing the wolf. My father just passed on the wolf full moon and he resonated with wolves and I'm going to have to be the calm one. Oh my God. Oh, I'm so sorry. Oh, I just got chills all over the top of my head. And look at what I just said. They do like to come in because there's more people and they love the energy. But that is very recent. So are we talking yesterday? So I'm so sorry to hear of that, but he's clearly like swooped right on in a bit too soon. Again, this is where my counselor side comes in. I'm like, that's too soon. But anyway, who am I to say that? You're happy to get the message. So, you're a Scorpio. Right. So if you're a Scorpio, I have got, again, everyone will be like, we know this. But the people that have been tuning into me for 10 years on various platforms will know that I've got Pluto. 0 degrees retrograde in the 12th house. So like, I can use Scorpio anything. I could really sort of get in there. So um yeah, I'm so sorry to hear that. And yeah, it took me a minute. Let's just where are those cards? I want to use the ones I used. I don't need to use specific um mediumship cards, but because you've said that, oh, I was just asking, like, is there anything that you would really want to sort of pass on? Because I don't want to go too deep in it, because that's a bit too soon, you know what I mean? But again, who am I to say that? Again, and to be honest with you guys, like, I'm not going to go deep in it, but see, when people pass physically in my life, they are talking to me, like, as soon as they take their last breath. It's too soon for me, but they just chat. You know what I mean? It happens every single time. It's a bit overwhelming to be honest, and don't even get me started when I have to go to funerals. The last funeral I went to, I hadn't been one for years, and I had a big massive panic attack because I could feel all of the energy, and it was just too much. Um, Attracting like a rose, receive abundance desires, and that's me knowing how to, I can't shut it off. I'm not like, it just can't. I'm a shaman and a medium, but it's like I could turn the volume down, but I couldn't in that situation. So I don't know if you're maybe resonating with what I'm saying here. But yeah, I feel your dad is coming through saying that he's going to be helping you with your feminine energy to open up and receive. That's funny because he was guiding my eyes to that card that says receptive. And then, so now he's really, do you feel really connected to Mary Magdalene? Because again, that's one of my very strong guides that I work with every day. I feel you're very connected to Mary Magdalene because the rose I've got the rose oil spray somewhere quite if you're not, I feel her energy is really wanting to work closely with you, but attracting like a rose, receive abundance desires. Yeah, I feel your dad is really going to be helping you with attracting like a rose, whatever that means to you, your feminine energies. Oh, 80s. What are you? I'm 1984. I love 80s everything. 80s music, 80s films. I watch Back to the Street at least. Back to the Street? That could have meaning. Back to the Future at least once a week. I don't go looking for it. It just finds me. It is my favourite, and it's just hilarious that I love everything to do with timelines and timeline shifts. And like I mentioned the other day, the other film I like is about time. You name it, I probably like it. Quantum Leap, I loved that when I was a kid, and I help people do it now. There's meaning in everything. I'm trying to learn my gifts. Well, you're on the right channel. Definitely check out the healing playlist. Right, where have I got to here? Right, so Saoirse and then Alejandro, I will pull you a card. Right, so Saoirse, what have we got for Saoirse? And thank you for being patient. 2233, that might be an important angel number, most people call it, but I like to call it activation codes because I just looked up and saw that. So, or you're just seeing kind of a lot of, double figures and stuff. So we've got wee frogs on this. Frog prosperity. Let go of the past and embrace change. Opportunities are close at hand. There's been a lot about opportunities today that I've channeled about. Hop into this new day with joy. Abundance and good fortune await you. So I'm going to say that again, but there's no such thing as luck. Luck is preparation meeting opportunity. So, bit similar. Like it's like there's always a theme, and there seems to be a theme today of things that you've prepared for. That might be why there's loads of people in the chat today or something for some reason. I feel it is to do with like the North Node and Pisces. Like they've literally given me no time. Well, that's a lie. They did give me time to prepare for it. But I think it's really sort of showing people what I said. Like this is what I saw. So it might not be it's not like, we've not had a video go viral or something like that, but it's kind of like this is what I think I was seeing, like just more people being on the chat. Quite exciting. Um, Fox Clever, you're swift and smart. Solutions to problems are easily found. Always listen to your instincts. Resources surround you. Be open to romance. And I'm saying that because if you don't know, North Node in Pisces is about unconditional love. It's like kumbaya, my lord. No, but it really is like it's like whenever I do this, when it's a small group or when it starts to get bigger, it is like we're all in a shamanic physical circle. So it would be like, it wouldn't be me talking all the time. It would be like, pass the talking stick. And eventually, not too far away, because I have actually done it before loads of times, I'm going to do more interactive things where, people are on the Zoom and that, and we're going to be on Zoom circles, like, yeah, You name it. We've got a membership group just now that's very tiny as well. But see, hang around and see if you like the vibe kind of thing, new people. Some of you might not be new. You might have, are some of you lurkers and you've found the courage to talk? Because um, I've pulled a lot about throat chakra and finding your voice today. Feel like I want I feel like I want to pull one more for Saoirse. So Saoirse, I don't know if you're in a relationship right now. If you're, are you all? Did everyone say yes to being a twin flame? I think we can safely assume that it's just a yes for everyone. But even if you think you're not, you probably are when you're attracted to me because that's what this is. But maybe not. We're always open. See, that's me teaching people you shouldn't just assume just because it's been that way for 10 years. And this might be the winds of change coming, and it's like, no, we need you to help more people that aren't twin flames. But these are basically romancy cards. So let's see what's coming through for Saoirse. We've got reciprocate and journey. Express shared feelings. Look at what I just said about the throat chakra because it's not me. Be adventurous. So whether that is about you within yourself or you within a relationship, there's something about, I feel like taking more of a risk, following your heart. And when you're guy, I would say when the moment arises to express yourself, well, with your twin flame, if you know yourself to be one or whoever this is about, it doesn't need to be with love, it could be with anything. Do it, I would say. Very Leo moon, follow your heart. It's about living with no regrets. Your love is timeless, infinity. Right, let's see what that was about because I picked that up. So, Alejandro, I'm going to do you when I wait to see what Saoirse said. Um, yes, as soon as you started saying ancestors, I let her say Charlotte, my aunt. Oh, wait a minute. I let her say Charlotte. So, are you saying that your aunt is called Charlotte? Because there's me going on about referring to Charlotte, our Charlotte, that is part of the Soul family that's here all the time. And are you saying that your auntie is called Charlotte? See, that's how it works. I would say that message was coming through, but I don't always, that's the thing. I don't always like register when it is coming in from a loved one in spirit. Like I like when I do, but I don't always register. I notice on the way back though, but I've noticed that one because you can't not when it's the same name. Um, I have several feeders in my yard and they dive bomb me. Oh, um, that was about the birds. So spot on. Thank you. You're very welcome. My psychic ability brought me to you. Oh, I read that bit, or intuition or whatever. Yeah, it definitely did. Hello, Sandra. And I'm trying to learn my gifts. Well, I was born in the great year of 69. Ah, right. I'm not good at maths, but so my formative years were the 80s. Right. Um, Come on out, people. We need your energy. I'm just learning to use it. Absolutely. Yeah, no, I'm loving this. What the like it is mental though. That's weird as well. Someone's just came on called Access to Rome. Hello. And of course I was just talking to somebody and they're going to Rome. Love the synchronicity. I'm not in the relationship. Right. Well, that's about you taking a big, brave, bold to express yourself in the world. And you're going to attract your divine counterpart, your twin flame. Um, Right, I've kind of lost. It's Alejandro. Right, okay. So, and thank you for that donation as well. So, yeah, if by the way, so basically on a Leo moon, which is once a month for a couple of days, I do free cards like this. So, but the rest of the time, even when I am live, unless I was really knackered and I don't have energy, when somebody donates like what Alejandro does, and it doesn't matter, sometimes I might have like a toll, like when you need to pass with your car. Sometimes I might say like, oh, I'm doing like more in-depth messages for X amount of money, but most of the time it's just kind of like, you could donate anything small or whatever you want. So thank you for Alejandro. So that like on the Leo moons like this, it's just free. But I had to stop it being all the time because like I said, I've done that for a decade now and I was guided to basically. So right, so let's just see. I just found you today. Love your energy. Thank you for the card. You're very welcome. Right, what have we got for Alejandro? Oh, and I'll put the frog back because you never know. I feel like I want to pull one of these and then one of those ones. So we've got, oh, cougar, assertive. In silence, you find power. Claim your leader. See what I mean about I attract leaders. So you're a leader. If you weren't aware of that, you're a leader, or it's about being a leader of your own life, or you're meant to be a leader. Claim your leadership role and take action. You know where to go and what to do. You have the courage and confidence to succeed. Watch out now, Alejandro. That's a. Are you out of curiosity? If you're a twin flame, are you a divine masculine? Because that was sounding very divine masculine. But you could be the divine feminine. And like I said, you might not be a twin flame at all. We might get people being like, "What is a twin flame? I just wanted to come and hang out." Right, so dragon. Oh my God, and we're actually just leaving the year of the dragon. I'm trying to find my other dragon cards. They're through there somewhere. So dragons come to clear the way. A lot of dragons actually work very closely with divine masculine energies, male and female. Females too, but you are wow. I don't know what's going on today, but I'm fucking here for this. This North Node in Pisces, magical, mystical energy has brought in very powerful like very powerful prophets, seers, like shamans, like I'm all of these things as well, by the way. But it's like it's not always like that. It's like there's or they don't talk anyway. They're watching. So I don't know if you have just been watching and you're coming out now, or if you've just found me now. But it's like I'm people's ancestors on this live stream tonight are fucking off the charts. I feel like I have lots of feminine energy according to my chart. Right, okay, so that's probably why the message is coming through about stepping into your masculine then. So there's something about, and actually that would kind of make sense. If you're a twin flame and you're more the divine feminine, that would make sense to what I'm feeling tonight because the majority, and not everyone, but the majority of people that are drawn to this channel, the ones that talk in the live chat anyway, and the ones that do sessions with me, are all the masculine that I'm helping balance out their but help balance out both, but it's all the ones that are in the masculine energy that are mostly female, by the way. But I do work with males as well. More males have come forward in the past sort of year or two. Um, and I've got males that are the divine feminine too, because again, we've both got both. But yeah, anyway, back to your card. But everything I say, even when I chat with people, I have to explain how this works for people that are new. Like it all means something. So that's the one thing I always ask for people around here. Well, along with a few more things. There's not many rules. The rules were when, you see them when you click on. And but it's also about, just let people be who they are. And it's that's very much what I'm getting here. I can feel a lot of divine feminine energy on this chat. That's the only way I can describe it because we don't usually have a lot. It's like for some reason, like I don't know, it's magical. Um, you are the ancient wise sage, Alejandro. You can shapeshift at will. Mastery is your destiny. Rise with dignity. So again, these are very strong cards about you having the courage and confidence to succeed. You know where to go and what to do. Claim your leadership role and take action. In silence, you find power. I feel you've had a long time, whether you call it in hermit mode or in the shadows or in that feminine energy that you've said's in your chart, but there's something wanting to pull you out. So, and I don't know what that something is. As the card says, you know what that is, and I feel like they wanted me to pull one from here as well. How many more people actually are needing a card on this chat? Because I don't think I'll be here as much as I'd actually fucking love to sit here for ages, but I think this is probably why they said I was going to need a day in bed tomorrow. Um, almost to think I almost nearly forgot. Now there's not too many people. Sandra, were you the next person? Did everyone get a card before Sandra said hi? I think so. Um, I think it's Sandra, access to Rome. How am I? I'm doing all right. I'm getting a bit tired. You wouldn't think so, but I'm getting a bit tired. But I still could sit for. Do you know what it is actually? Hang on a minute. It's because the heater's up full blast. It's horrible, and there's no need. I didn't actually consciously mean to turn that on. It's just when I turn the light on, it's in the same plug. Wait a minute. Just make sure I don't flash my hands. Right. Let's turn this off or down at least. Oh God, it's not even up high. It's because it just doesn't need to be on at all. There's no need. I think it's off now. God, that's how warm it is though. The window's open and it doesn't feel like it. It cooled my leg. Oh God, it doesn't. I've actually got two layers on. Oh fuck. Right. As well as this like tatty sack of a fucking dress. I can't make up my mind whether I like this. It's cozy, but this is not a day where I needed much more. But anyway, so I matched my eyeshadow to it. It's melting off now, but I like that. Right, so let's see. So this is another card for Alejandro, whether it's the same sort of theme or a new theme. Sorry, I've not caught up with the. I like to catch up with the. I might need to scroll back to see who I need to. Um, there must be something in the energy today. Yeah, I'm telling you, I feel it is that it's probably a mixture of the fact that Leo Moon is my favourite, and I felt very happy all day for no particular reason, and that is a very good example of hummingbird medicine. So I must really be in that part of my energy, like what is read on that card for someone else. Um, but like it is that it's a good example of when you're kind of vibing high, you will attract, But we always do again, we always do attract very lovely people here, but not many people talk in the chat like this. Like because I've got, believe it or not, although I'm doing this, I've got a very um I'm 79% introvert, but the other part of me is like, woohoo, let's go, especially on this energy. Um but I've typically tended to attract the people that don't like to talk. Um I have some crazy ancestors for sure, especially the women. Yeah, I've got a few of them in spirit too, especially my Aries auntie. I've been in hermit mode for a while now after a heartbreak. Oh, sorry to hear that, Alejandro. On the twin flame journey? Because there's a lot of that on that, and you'll be in good company on this channel. Um, all right, where are you from? I like your accent. I'm from Edinburgh, Scotland. Where are you from? Right, so Alejandro, this is your other card, and then we'll do one for Sandra, and then something about Rome, and then I might go. But if more people come, I might be like, I like this too much. It's like this is my version of a party now. Like back in the day, I used to, and again, I'm only 40, but like I used to I love dancing, and I just love dancing. But I had an opportunity to dance recently. I didn't want to go out, we just chose to stay in and have a takeaway and watch a film that I've seen about a million times. But that's I go with the flow. I'm a generator in human design, so that's also why I can sit for ages. It's not just being a shaman. Texas, oh, I love Texas. I know, yeah. I've got lots of different clients in that I connect with in Texas and friends and stuff. I felt like I was a chaser, yes. Most people, Alejandro, most people are, to be honest. Well, actually, it's really hard to put. I think that's I'd say people that watch and lurk, the loving lurkers, because we've got lurking haters too, but we protect the space, so we don't give them too much. We send them love for the healing that they need, but um, most people that are going to tune in, yeah, typically when you come to find this stuff are going to be, and I don't even like that term, but I know what you mean, like the feminine or the chaser energy. Um, But the weird thing, like I said, that is unique to this channel is I do attract majority of people that are in divine masculine energy, and a lot of them, up until a certain point, we're all women. And then I help them shift into the feminine, but they still lean more towards being the masculine. But it's like the awakening masculines. That's what get drawn to this chat. It's really it's fascinating, and it can be a bit when people are new, it can be a bit of a tongue twister to sort of explain it all. Because, like I've said before, like, I always keep it anonymous, but like when I tune into other people, sometimes it can be frustrating when I can tell that people are addressing somebody as the divine feminine when they're actually divine masculine. You know what I mean? But that's actually for the person to work out for themselves. But that's why I ask people. But sometimes I will sort of I usually, I'll ask you, and I'll get enough of a hint. Well, anyway, right. So let's get Alejandro's card. Right. So it's bringing out the chat. Oh, fucking hell, it's the same one. See, people, people get the same cards. When people get the same cards, it's a message for, like I said, it's like user brave enough to ask for the card, and it actually helps the people that are in the shadows that need the message too. Because again, we love you too, people that are in the shadows. Paths unknown. So there's something going on today that there's about. You need to take a leap of faith and you out the comfort zone. North Node in Pisces. Fated meeting. So, and again, specifically, Alejandro, this is still your card. So, again, this is either talking about fated meetings in the past with a twin flame or fated meetings that are yet to come. So, because I'll just read the end of that. It's quite an exciting card that. It says, karma from past lives may have brought you together. So that could even be what this is all about, this exciting energy tonight on the chat. So it's important for both of you to stay alert. Keep your individual and collective growth a priority and act with deference and compassion to yourselves and each other. If you both honor your karmic course, this could be one of the highest relationships you can know. That's definitely talking about a twin flame relationship. Um, so whether you're in heartbreak over a karmic breakup or the heartbreak of the twin flame union, it's a very important union because again, the karmic relationships are important too. You know, like they catalyst you into anybody that I consider a karmic, anyone in my life, because like you know that's what's different about a lot of minds were not romantic somewhere. It's yeah, it makes you who you are, you know, and you know, you would have had fun times too, but it's just when it starts to get not fun, it can get like pretty toxic, you know, so it's better to sort of bow out before it goes really downhill. Um, and it's not always like, oh yeah, thanks for the karmic contract. Can we just stop, you know, hanging around with each other now or stop being in a relationship? Or in some cases, like we need to end the marriage, you know, or I can't be your family member anymore, you know, like to kind of put a bit of light humor in. It's difficult, you know. Sometimes, like if you're the older soul, like you, it might not be that, but for some, it's like you might understand and get it, and the other person might not be ready to let it go. So it's about, you know, being as gentle as you can, but you know, you do have to look after yourself as well. This card can also show a fated meeting with another about a work situation, a creative project, or important purpose that you hold. This could even be being on this chat right now, by the way, connecting with all of us. Like not just me. There's a lot of I can feel the energy on this chat. This too is likely karmic, perhaps as a past life publisher, a spiritual teacher, a brother and a sister, whoever this is, it's a powerful and promising relationship. So get ready, it's almost time. That is definitely talking about the work that you've been doing on yourself paying off. So now I'm going to read the card that I actually pulled, but there's no mistakes around here. I can remember from earlier it was something like 126. That's a good memory because it is 126. That was my guide that reminded me. Um, Woodland animals gather around a woman who stands. So we've heard this twice tonight, guys. Sorry, I'm talking so. Sorry, I'm talking so fast. Sorry, not sorry. I do channel very fast, but it's like I'm just excited with like people. I mean, people that watch this on the replay are going to be like, "What the fuck happened?" There's like loads of people in the chat. I don't even. This is exciting. Um, I'm scared to get rejected again. Oh, Alejandro, yes, I know. We've all been there, and it feels like, you know, it does feel like one of the messages I gave somebody else earlier. Um, I'm wondering, you know, although you said you feel like feminine because you've got a lot of feminine in your chart, you could, you know, I mean, do you? I haven't slowed down enough to kind of check in with this. Like, are you aware of being on the twin flame path? Because that being in hermit mode after a heartbreak could be a divine masculine too. So let's just slow down a little bit and like me talking to me to tune in here. Sometimes I've actually coached people over the live chat, by the way, which I've actually never seen anybody else do ever on the twin flame journey or otherwise. It's just something I'm quite good at. I'm not going to be modest. But I'm a bit overwhelmed tonight, but it's with excitement. But anyway, let's read the rest of this card. Woodland animals gather around a woman who stands in a small clearing in the forest. The fork before her, so we'll change it to him, breaks into three separate paths. The middle is clear and bright, the left is much darker with more trees and growth, and the right is dappled by sunlight with a few shadows falling here and there and across it. Notice how much I kept saying out the shadows, out the shadows. There's something about the shadows here. This card reveals that you're been traveling on a path that's known to you and it shows you the way. Oh, wait a minute, right? Yeah. You know, I feel this is definitely like if that heartbreak is between you and your twin flame, it was a karmic cycle that you were in or still in. Um, but if that heartbreak is over a karmic partner, it's like it's talking about like the path that you were traveling was like a comfort zone. And it's like it's led you to a dead end because it's time for that to end, to be preparing for the union. Either, like I said, it could be the same person, but with a healthy cycle, because that happens with twin flames. Um, tempted to say something about my personal journey, but anyway. Again, like you know, it does need to come to an end. The you know the unhealthy part of it to then, if you're going to even get a chance of even being friends before anything else, to be healthy. So, however any of this is speaking to you or anyone, um, But there's always two other paths that aren't as clear. So that's what I'm getting. The one that's the comfort zone is a karmic path, either with the twin flame or a karmic cycle with your true twin flame, but you both need to heal more, which is basically all of us. And, there might be a few people that are watching with their fucking Chris watching the telly with their lover, their divine lover, but most people it's like, oh, where are they? Or I don't know where they are, I know where they are, they're ignoring me, whatever. Um, or some people are just chilling, doing the sitting in the feminine energy like me right now, but and or now sometimes some days it's a mixture of all of that shit. But yeah, the other paths are, other people, and so and you'll know what this all is. But there are two other paths that, or this might not be about love at all, but if it feels like it is, there are other two paths that aren't as clear. Remember, if you stay with only the known and seemingly safe. So I don't know if you were here for that whole grass analogy about the dead grass from the film that I was talking about, and then the person watered the grass and then realized they didn't want to be in that relationship anymore. But you might want to catch that on replay if you didn't see that bit because it's relevant to this. Like basically when you start to like nurture yourself more, which it sounds like you've been doing a lot in hermit mode, you could actually see the unhealthy anyone in your life, not just romantic things that you're like one because you've grown in that area, you're like this isn't healthy, like for me or the other people or the other person, and then you'll be pushed out your comfort zone to see what is there with more healthy friendships or healthy whatever, healthy love, blah blah blah. Um, and again, I'm sure you already know all of this, but it's just what wants to flood through. You won't catch the unseen opportunities that can come your way. Some options may be unexpected and perhaps a little risky. Don't be so attached to your agenda that you miss them. So again, that does feel like masculine energy, like when you've got a plan and you stick to your plan and you've ticked all the boxes, and then it's like the plan falls to shit, and it's like you need to follow your intuition now, or you need to follow your gut. You need to kind of start. It's like a tower moment. You need to start from scratch, but it could be even better than any original plan you had. Um, and I have to stress, this can still be with the same person, and if it's about love. Um, Happily, during this phase, you can investigate unknown paths and make the decisions that lie before you with confidence. You're flexible and brave enough to step into the shadows, out the shadows in your case. Stay alert, extraordinary opportunities abound in the least expected places. Love it. Right, okay, so now it was I hope that all made sense to you, but I think there's a lot of that you need to tune into for what that means for you. Um, right, it's Sandra now, isn't it? Right. And thank you for liking my accent. Right, Sandra, would you like one of these Akashic Tarot ones? Or would you like one, I don't know, one that's more lovey based? It could bring out a love card, but we'll just see. I'm starting from ground zero in my path. Well, there you go. That's the tower moment. You might resonate with I think it's the one that I'm going to publish tomorrow. It was like a quicker live stream that I'm going to publish tomorrow. There was something, I pulled the tower card and something. Unless it's the one I'm putting in the membership, but there's big tower moments going on for a lot of people right now. Um, Thank you for going to be rewatching this. Um, I'm in the middle of moving on or moving towards the Pisces. Good. What is the Pisces the person or is it the Pisces North Node? Have I read all the comments? Yeah, I think I have. Um, so with the scared to be rejected thing, are you scared to be rejected like by the same person or just to start out in love again? I'm asking too many questions. Basically, I suppose I'm trying to pick apart whether that's an ending with a twin flame that you're in heartbreak over, or whether it was like a karmic thing that was meant to come to an end. It doesn't mean it doesn't still hurt. That's what I'm saying. Um, you know, you don't even need to know right now. Ah, so you're moving towards the Pisces. Is the Pisces the person that I'm in the middle of moving on or moving towards the Pisces? Was the Pisces the heartbreak or was the heartbreak with someone else? But yeah, I thought that. So would you say this is your twin flame? Like, so, oh yeah, you already said that. Yeah, so you're the divine feminine or chaser, if you prefer to say chaser. And, um, well, Alejandro, if it's your twin flame, you can't move on anyway. Do you know what I mean? You have to respect their boundaries if they're not, talking to you right now and whatever, with other people or whatever's going on there, if you even know. But yeah, we can't move on anyway. That's the that's the good and the bad news. You work on yourself. I'm sure you know all of this. Um, but please tell me why I'm chatting with someone on Facebook and they just revealed to me that they're not the celebrity on the profile. Right, we'll get to that in a minute. Sorry for laughing, but that is a very Leo Moon comment because Leo is celebrities. But we will. I'll try and help you with that anyway. But sorry to hear that. That sounds like you've been catfished. That's not great. Um, yes. So the heartbreak was with the Pisces. Um, Do you know what? Who am I on right now? I've lost the was it did I do Sandra's yet? Sandra, did I do your message? I don't think I did, eh? Sorry, guys, it's because I'm getting tired and I'm getting too excited and I'm losing. You would understand if you were here all the time and you saw that there's only ever like, I don't know, on a busy night, there's maybe like 5 people talking. I don't know if that's even how many people are talking. It's just, it's all new and it's a bit too exciting. I have got ADHD as well as a lot of other stuff. I feel it's more like I feel like I'm like, I already like, operate in like, never mind the fifth dimension. It's like people have said to me that when I've heard it, it's like, God, you're like fucking 12D and above, whatever I don't really focus in too much. I'd be like, oh, fifth dimension, fourth dimension, whatever. It's fucking high up. And I feel like I've went too high. I need to kind of like come back. I need a bit I feel like I want to go and, wait a minute. If I could practice what I preach right now, I would find the lighter and light the sage, but I'll just hold on to this shell. There, ground me a bit, ground me, because I can't be bothered getting my rocks up there. Right, so um, I just want to, before I do I think it's Sandra's cards, I just want to pause for a minute, of course, but she's been heavy on my mind and I've been trying to let go of ego and accept, yeah, it's not easy. I hear you, my soul brother. I think I pulled that in one of the live streams that I've done today. I haven't watched them back. Yeah, I just feel guided to actually shuffle these cards. So before I move on to the next person, who I think was Sandra, there's no mistakes around here. Even if I make a mistake, there's no mistakes. It's like, see, whenever there is a night where there's like tons of people, I won't be able to do everyone's cards, and I'll just get guided to who I'm meant to if I really needs a message. But we're nowhere near that right now, guys. Right now, everybody gets a card when I'm doing the free card. Um, I just wanted a wee card about this. It's like, but see when I've been at that bit, right? That's what I'm going to say. So see if you're terrified, whatever you worded it, terrified of rejection. I have been there, and even when I have taken big, brave, bold moves, basically to tell the person, I think we know who the person is, um, how I feel. Like, whether that be through how, I've done it, I do it, well, practically do it here every day, and sometimes I do it like, a wee bit more in depth. Like I said, like it is quite unique to how I'm guided to channel on the twin flame journey. But it's which actually has sacrificed my own union, probably, or at least put a massive delay on it because you'll not be very happy with that. But I feel I've got a good enough understand that at some point it will come to understanding again. All, but it's if you didn't already, right? But it's kind of like I've actually done it too. And the point is it's like you're better live with no regrets. And I know it's easier said than done, but it's like I've been at the point where I've just been keeping, holding it all in for years on end. And then, of course, if I had really sort of thought it through, like this is what I think, this is what, like what I mentioned about Mac Iron, this is important to take on board. I can recognise the time in my life when I held my truth in about how I felt for my twin flame for years on end, and also like played a really good, believe it or not, played a really good game of looking like I did not give a fuck, like and like so, um, you know. that was a bit of a dangerous game to play because it means that then the divine masculine mirrors that back, and it's not very nice to be on the receiving end of. So, that might make a bit more sense to those of you out there why, like, one goes OTT now, you know what I mean? To like, and again, I don't do that on purpose. I was confused when I got guided to do that too, but it was my higher self guiding me to do it. And we'll see if it pays off. Hang around with the popcorn, I guess. But I'm having fun while I'm waiting to see. Um, not all the time to be transparent, but right now it's, we're going with the flow. So like give me a card for, but basically the point is, Alejandro, what I always say is if it's something to do with sending a text or making a call or, going to see the person, it's if you're still in the place where it would absolutely crush you if you didn't get a reply, or if they replied back and said something, most of the time with twin flames, it's not like replying back, not very nice, it's just not getting a reply. If it would crush you, it's not the time to do it, right? Because you're not in a strong enough place to do it. But if you get to a place when you're like, it's not going to feel the best, but I'm going to live and I'm just going to be proud of myself that I got it off my chest, then do it. What have you got to lose? Do you know what I mean? So again, but it's personal responsibility, whether you resonate with that or anyone else. Hello, Tales from the Hip. I like your name. Um, I'm doing some free cards, but I'm kind of getting to the end of my energy, so I'm going to finish this message and then I'm going to do Sandra, Access to Rome, and you, and then I might get off here. Oh yeah, I did think I was kind of going to go about 11:11. I'll not be able to get off in the next, what, 4 minutes, but I'll wait a minute, I can't even do my maths. 5 minutes, but I'll kind of aim to go. I might not. I might be sitting here an hour later, but I don't think so. What have we got? I just wanted to get one more card for Alejandro. Just getting pulled in. Thinking you may be on someone's mind. Wow. So look, you'd said something about thinking a lot about them, but I feel that's definitely saying as well that like you're mirroring. I do strongly feel that. Um expectations, have realistic expectations. Like, wow, I love these cards. That's just backed up exactly what I said. There is something going on there that it's about, but just take on board what I said, because I can tell just by the way what you said. It's like you could be at the bit in the story is like what I was saying, where it's like, you just take a leap of faith and it's like you're not, might not go the way that you wanted to go or even the way you expected to go, but at least you've done what you can, and then you just you let the cookie crumble, and then sometimes it can be like, 6 months later, so the person might mirror back, or a month, or oh, a month, that would be fucking very lucky. But like a year or 2 years or something, and there could sometimes be like weird timeline shifts where it's like, a year to the day. I don't know, but there's something going on there. Separation is not the end, but I did actually pull it in reverse. So there could be something there about some sort of, I don't know, like I don't know if you are expecting some sort of mini reunion or something coming up or something like that, or if you're the one that's going to initiate, or but actually, let's gratitude. A thank you goes a long way. I feel I don't know if it would be likely that your twin flame would reach out to, like, thank you for something, or like express gratitude. I don't know if it's going to be you that brings about this conversation, or them that come forward to you, but I feel that's definitely going to happen at some point. Pause before you choose. But again, they're not letting me give you any more insight into that. Is there something about you need to sit with what I said about, would you be absolutely crushed if you don't get a reply, or you don't hear back what you want? Yeah, I feel that too. I feel like a reconciliation. I feel that's not too far away, because it's like, I feel you're really going to resonate with I'm just trying to think. Unfortunately, well, it depends which way. Like, I think it might be the one that I'm putting on the membership, because I'll put it on the thumbnail so you can see if you resonate with when I put that. That one's not going to go in public, but that was talking about a return from someone from the past. But oh, it actually did talk about releasing somebody from. I feel in your case, it's like releasing the pain from the past with the same person for it to return even better. It's exactly what I channeled before I backed up with the cards, because it's not me. Relax, yeah. They want you to relax though, because that's the thing. They mirror you. So you have to be in a relaxed, chilled state. But the key is it also has to be genuine. So that's why I'm giving you examples of. I've been in a place where I'm like, No, if I said happy birthday and I'd got fuck all, but this is going to crush me. So guess what? I'm not doing it this year. You know what I mean? In most years, that was the choice I made. But there were some dotted about when I done it, and yeah. And again, it's not like I didn't get a reply. But it's like I would get other sort of indications, or like whether it's like signs or telepathy or something, or something that kind of indicated that it was a good move and that it would make sense later on down the line. That's how I would put that. Anyway, right, moving on to the next person. Let us know how it goes. I'll be excited to see what you decide, what is right for you. Right, yes. So, because sometimes it's not always your ego, it's like you're really, really tuning in to um her really thinking about you, and there's something she really wants to express her gratitude to you about. I'm feeling that very, very strong. It's like they're not letting me move on from it. Clear the energy. Right. Let us know. Right. So, what have we got for Sandra? And it's 11:11, Sandra, so that could be significant for you. I'm fasting for now to gain clarity. Good decision. I do that often as well to break off the demons in my own union or people attacking jealousy, blah blah blah. Even like evil eye, I can get on here, and for people connected to the channel. But yeah, um, takes a lot of discipline, respect. If you can do that, anyone out there. Yeah, if you, oh, wow. Look, see what I mean about, like, look, I don't like saying see, and that's why I said look. But um, I've no idea who this is going to make sense to, right? But I feel like there's some of you watching that are more familiar with like verses out the Bible, and it's going to be something of Luke. Now I have got Jesus cards, like Jesus Oracle cards, are not through here, so I've no idea. I know that somebody watching who would fit what I just described, it does have a look in their life. So it might even be when that person watches replay. But again, that would I have no idea. Maybe they might guide me to see like a scripture or something, but I don't know. Like I said, if you know my story, like I wasn't brought up religious or that. I just started saying God one day and really tapped into my higher self and past lives like that. So I must have read or wrote a bit of the Bible in a past life or something. Fuck knows, but it's just I just go with it. But yeah, views of the ego. So basically, what I'm trying to say is like, look at what you were saying. Like that you're spot on with that. Because I was starting to say, it's like both things are true. You're not wrong. Like she's thinking of you too. And it's like I think you're just spot on with it. Like it's like, just give her the time that she needs. Let's see what this says. Views of the ego though. Interesting. There's no Oh my god, see what I mean? Look what I've done. Sorry, Sandra, I will eventually get to you, but this is what I mean about like this is how I operate. If it was a physical circle, when there's somebody that needs a wee bit more help than other people, we're going to go with it. And I meant to, I meant to. So this is for Sandra, and it still apparently appears to be for Alejandro. But notice how that doesn't that's not a coincidence. I'm going from one to the next. It's like the message is for both of you. But I will pull you a separate card as well, Sandra. Oh, the light of the world. You are a light in on her path. So this is how we know, like you're in this connection right now. You are in the feminine energy, light in the path for her in a dark place in an ego death. So, um, right. But again, you're both that for each other. It swaps in and out of it. So, um, views of the ego. Where is it? Where is it? Right, 143. See, I've just said C again. I don't like when I say C, but and I just opened the book up at 144. Yeah, I know, I just know by the way that the guys are talking to me, because it's 14, there's a few things, right? There's so many downloads. 143 is apparently, I don't know if it was in this country, but no, I think it was in America. 143 was the code for like a pager number for I love you. So there's instantly a message from your twin flames higher self. Um, but also 143 is like saying to me, you're almost at like union, because I connect like 144 with like the 144,000, and like, I just sometimes it means sort of like things to do with union, sometimes it's just about being a twin flame, sometimes it's 144,000. But in this case, I feel like it's like, you and her coming into balance. Um, Three people stand together before a full-length mirror. The man in the centre gazes. Listen up, Sandra, and everyone too, because really, when I pull one person a card, it's everyone's card. I don't. I kind of just stop saying that in these live streams because it's usually always the same people in the live stream, and everybody knows that. But I probably should mention that even when there's not new people, because if anybody new that's watching replay. But that's how it rolls. It always goes like that. One person's card can make sense to lots of us, or even all of us in some way. Um, the man in the centre gazes keenly at himself, and it seems to be his reflection looking back with a superior air. He is the sole reflection to be seen in the mirror. This card shows that there may be thoughtless, selfish person in your life, whether in love, friendship, family, or business relationship. Again, like I'm getting the feeling that it's like this is going to mean different things for different people. So, tune into this for Alejandro and for Sandra. But well, with Alejandro first, like I feel this is like when like your twin flame has not acted in the best way towards you, so you'll know what that's about. Um, I also feel it's like about her detoxing from people around her that are like that, and there's something about like you've helped her to pull herself out of that, whatever that means, or currently doing it. But there's something all that weave together. The person is self-absorbed and makes plans only in terms of how they affect him or her. You may have lingered too long, repeatedly given this person, even though you haven't received much in return. You know what I mean? And it's like, and you did say you were heartbroken, so the words are coming through harsh, but it's kind of like it's about you taking back your energy and realizing that like you've given a lot and letting it kind of balance out and be more reciprocal, like more balanced. That's what twin flames are. This dismissiveness because you kept hoping things would get better, or perhaps you were too afraid to step away, or it kind of reminds me of like when you just don't want to upset someone, so you don't speak your truth. When it comes to the moment of reconciliation and a deep conversation, you need to speak your truth, both of you. Because I'm like going into a serious kind of like Indian chief holding the feather or something like this. And I don't always say that either. So again, somebody might have connections to the, again, I don't even know why I said that. So somebody's going to be connected to that. You are called now to be aware this person's unlikely to change and you may be delaying the inevitable. So again, it's like that now, that bit feels like it's somebody around her. I'm feeling a really bad, see what I mean? When I'm look away, that's my clairvoyance. I'm feeling like a really bad influence around your person that is rubbed off on her at some point in the journey. So whether you know this to be like a family member or a friend, or again, it could be like, if your person's been connected to like a karmic romantic, if you would know, but it's something like that. And it's like your person's starting to have a realization and pulling away from that energy, or she will. Oh, deep message. Could be related to the other. It feels like it might be connected to some of the messages I gave like last week. Um, Take an honest look in the mirror and see how staying in this relationship affects your future. But it's also a double message. So it's a double message of like, if you had allowed yourself to be around her when she's dealing with people like that, it would all go to shit. So there's something, hopefully that makes sense to you. And if it's coming through for someone. So, and Sandra, I hope you took note for that for you too, but I'm going to shuffle again and that'll be mind blown if that comes out. But right, I'm now sending Alejandro's guides and your twin flame's higher self away. No, wait a minute. Before I do that, I know your twin flame is a woman, and these cards tend to be from a guy's perspective, but the temptation is too strong to shuffle these cards. Take it with a pinch of salt. If it resonates, it resonates, but I must be picking them up for no reason. I must be picking them up for no reason. There's a lot of confusion in this connection. Somebody's been meddling. That goes for everyone's connections, but there's someone's been I don't like this. I don't like this. I've been manifesting you. You know what I mean? It's like she's manifesting you, you're manifesting her. You're both thinking about each other. You both love each other. And there's somebody's been putting a spanner in the works. I'm in love with you. Look, boob drop the mic. It's not me, guys. They just use my animated personality in a Leo moon. This is what I say. I said she loves you before I pulled that out. That's my favourite card in that deck. I'm in love with you. She doesn't just love you. She's in love with you. She's been manifesting you. She's been daydreaming about you. Bear in mind, guys, whether it's Alejandro or anyone else that's resonating, it doesn't mean that like they're going to jump at the chance of you texting them or calling them. So you've got to tune into that. But there's some points on the journey, that your person could be in a really dark place and they could need you. Um, Again, I've said before when I've like reached out to mine, whether he replied or not, you can probably guess most of the time it'd be a no, if not all the time. But it's like I just strongly know that it's like it wasn't about me getting a reply, it was about him receiving the healing that was directed right at him. Like through an actual 3D thing, not just, oh, I'm sending you, because I pray for him every day, but it's like, there's something like that. It's like, wait for the signs. I've been watching your socials and mine, your pictures, keeping an eye on you. Is there a way for her to keep an eye on you? You're on social media. I don't feel like I deserve you. She's working for her own stuff. I just said that and then looked down at the card and it said I've been working on myself. She's working on herself. She's working on feeling worthy of this connection. And yeah, very you're on quite a similar page. We're meant to be together and I'll wait for as long as it takes for a shot with you. She's healing right now. She's healing, be patient. I feel you are being patient, but I feel they just kind of meet my twin flames number right when I said that 11:21. There's something coming together here. It'll happen when you least expect it. Just let go, focus on you. I know everyone says that and it's boring as fuck, but that is the message. So, right, Sandra. Hello, Master Manifester. Thank you for loving my accent. Where are you from? By the way, I thought I turned. Is this just how warm it is? I thought I turned that heater off and it's like boiling in here. I think this is just. I think it is just how warm it is. Right, give us Sandra's card because she's been very patient. She might even not be here anymore. Sandra, Sandra, are you here? Protector of mankind. Did you know that your name means that? I know that because I've like known loads of Sandras. So um, actually, including my auntie that I mentioned. That's she might be really close around actually because I mentioned her, and then that's quite interesting. Um, Balance. So balance, but to be fair, Sandra, I did pull it in reverse, so you might be feeling a little bit out of balance. So let's see what this is about. Um, Seven of Forces. I'm pulling in my American family tonight, or rather, we all are. Seven of Forces. What's it called? Balance. Balance, balance, balance. 179. This card reveals that. Oh, wait a minute, though. I didn't. Nah, I pulled it reversed. I'm going to read it reverse. Reverse, this card indicates that you may be out of balance and embroiled in some difficult situation that has caused you to lose clarity and even power. You see how, hopefully, if whether Sandra's still live or whether she catches a replay, we'll put out hopefully that she does if she's not here. There is something that's what I mean about there's no mistakes around here. That views of the ego connects with this now adding on, and this could still make sense to whoever's resonating with this. But there's like it feels connected, right? So again, there's some kind of difficult person or people around you or your person. Um, this could include stressful legal matters or a situation that is unjust to you. Yeah, some kind of injustice. You may feel all tied up in red tape, but you need to be proactive. Take the action needed to untie the situation bit by bit. That feels like untying from codependency. Whoever this, whoever, whether it's about you or your person, acquire good counsel and advice to see the situation through and help you get all the details straight. The outcome may not go exactly as desired, but remember to keep your balance. Seek only justice, release revenge and anger. You don't want your urgent attachment to create more difficult karma in this matter. And I feel like they're saying to me for all divine masculines that resonate with that, male or female, if that is speaking to you. It's like what I channeled last week on one of the lives about when I was in a situation where you could fight the fight and you're right about something to do with money, or you could just be like, do you know what? I actually know that in this situation, I was in the right and you're not due that money, but do you know what? See for an easy like, there you go. And that's not always the right thing to do. Don't be manipulated into doing that. But often, like, I don't get things like that very often with things in business, but like, it's kind of like when I know that somebody's doing it to get a reaction or attention seeking, like whether it be ages ago or, like, because I'm just like, whatever, you know what I mean? And it's kind of like, because really that's, you taking your power back, because it's just a lot of people think you're going to, like, and get involved in some sort of thing, and you're like really not don't seem to be as bothered as what you are about kicking up a fuss. Again, it's ego. It's something about ego here, but um. So it could be a similar situation like that, like whether it is a literal legal thing or a karmic justice, because it doesn't need to be literal. Um, there's something here about, you might need to just let this go and take one on the chin that no, it's not fair, it is an injustice, but in the end, you're going to have your peace and your happiness, and maybe that's what the person was really trying to steal. This might not be about, it's not really about what you think it's about. It's about trying to steal your energy and your power. And in time, I feel in this case, it could be like really, like this does feel like Sandra, are you still here? Because if this isn't for you, this is for someone. It's like time. This feels like a situation that's like stealing time. Um, on a personal level, this reversal is a warning you to get centered and balanced once again. Bring balance back to your diet, your physical exercise, and your mind. Consider how your choices and thoughts are going to impact your future in this life and lifetime to come. Take the actions that will set the scales in balance, not just between you and others, but within your life as well. So even just finding that feminine and masculine balance within you could even be as little as it's an injustice that you're giving too much to people. You need to receive back a bit. There may be components on your daily schedule that have been thrown off center. It's time for you to set things right again. When all things are balanced, the good energy you send out will attract great energy back to you. It's a little bit like they're giving me an example of, for years I'd done like free live streams where I'd do, just basically you name it, it was free. And there's loads of like the free content on this channel is like, loads of people say to me all the time, it's like, a lot of the content on my healing playlist, like people, would pay for. Like I could put them all in the membership kind of thing. But I don't. I leave them there for the people that genuinely can't afford it, or sometimes it's not about the money. It's just shyness, blah blah blah, loads of different reasons. But the point is like I also my guides are like you can't do like free cards on every live you do because you've done this for so long and it's not like maybe somebody else that's just starting out and you want to be in the energy and get the practice. I still love it when there's loads of people, but it's just it's not balanced and it's like you've done your part basically. So that's why now I do it once a month and before you know it rolls around. It's also unhealthy. Like if I'm because I'm live like sometimes it's every day or every other day. It would be so unhealthy if people were getting a free card every time. I was like, that's just not, that's in a way that could teach people to be codependent on getting the card. You know what I mean? Codependency on getting a card. I feel that is a thing in this time. So, it's about, trusting yourself and blah, 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 all this stuff. But, yeah, it says there may be components of your daily schedule that have thrown you off center. It's time for you to set things right again. When all things are balanced, the good energy you send out will attract great energy back to you. They got me to read it again because it's about I know when I give out a lot, it'll come back to me, not always through the same people I've given to, it'll come back in another way, like not always money, it'll be like something amazing will happen to me, or like, somebody will book, a session or blah, 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 and it all sort of comes together. So Sandra, the homing on you, whether you're here or not right now, there is something, I'll just send it to your higher self. Please come back and watch us at some point, but there's something you're a bit out of balance with, and it could be a bit of an injustice, and it might be something like I said. I'm getting the feeling there's something you need to let go. It's not fair, but it's like an energy vampire. There's a situation that's stealing your energy. It's meant to delay you. Archangel Gabriel, and like that's about communication. And I feel this message is really quite important. So that's why I'm saying like I'm calling your energy back if you I don't know, went off the live, that would even be like part of it. Like you've been pulled away from getting that message. Right, okay, so I need to wrap up the people that need a message and go though. Right, so um access to Rome. Let's dig into that because you said that there's someone that you're chatting to on Facebook and they just revealed to me that they're not the celebrity on the profile picture. I'm sorry to keep laughing. That is just like I'm tempted to ask who they said they were, but we'll just leave it. We can all wonder. You can email me privately and let me know, though. I am curious. I'm only joking. I'm kind of joking. You can do that if you want. Um, I don't know what deck to use for that, but um, right. And then Tales from the Hip. You were next. I've not missed anyone, have I? If you want a card, let me know if you want a card. And then Master Manifester. And Master Manifester, you will be the Master Manifester's away for dinner. You have a beautiful day too. Um, access to Rome. Right, let's see. I really don't know what card to use. How did you word it? I can tell you right now without a card, but I will shuffle the cards. It's like a test of intuition. Like what I want to ask you before I pull the cards is, if you're still here, did you truly believe it was that celebrity? And you don't need to tell us the next one. And how long were you talking to them for? Don't be embarrassed. It will help other people. If you don't reply, we'll know that you're just like, I'm not wanting to get involved in the answers, but hopefully you're still here. The chat is very slow, but I'm going to be patient. And again, how funny is that that somebody just said that they're going to Rome and then access to Rome? That was like this week too. That's so funny. Um, oh no. I wonder if access to Rome is left. Let's pull a card because he, she, you, if you're here, you might come on after. What's a card for that situation? And then Tales from the Hip. If you're still here, let me know. And then I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go before anyone else. Maybe I'm not gonna go. If I'm gonna go at 11:44 because then it'd be 1-4-1-4. Wait a minute. No, it would be like yeah, 1-4-1-1-4-4. So I'll go if I'm still here. Also because my throat's starting to get a bit dry. Which actually, no, I think I drank all the tea. See, I normally have my flask here, but I've drank it all. The journey. Yeah, I just feel they're saying like they're backing up what I said. It's like part of your journey. It's about discernment. So, we're not here to see the answers, but so you can answer this when you watch it now. And oh, wait a minute. No laugh, it's funny. Wait a minute, I'm going to read the rest of this. It was a test of discernment, like, whether how much were you buying that it was a person or it was like whether you and like so maybe I don't know whether you can tune in to before. Like, did you really buy that it was that person, or did you kind of know? And then let's see what you said. No, it's funny. It came out because I said to them, I honestly don't 100% believe I'm chatting with the person. And they replied honestly and said, no, consider them to be a super chill version. That's quite, that's quite funny. That is quite funny though. So, I mean, are you still talking to them? Like, maybe it's like a certain maybe you're giving people ideas for certain ways to chat people up. Maybe this is a new way. It's like, well, technically, no, I'm not that celebrity, but I am kind of like them. I'm a really chill version of such and such. That's funny. Oh, I've been chatting with them since January. Right, okay, so not too long. Not too long, but, you know, it's like, it's like a week, that's like, what are we on now? The 14th. Just over a week of your life. Don't paths unknown. Yeah, you don't know what way this is gonna go. That could be a twin flame with a really funny sense of humor. Are you a twin flame? You don't need to be, but like you've seen me say lots of people are. Like, well, everyone is. Apart from the people that lurk. Um right, let's just see what the journey says, and then I'm running out of steam. So I need to do Tales from the Hip. If you're here, speak now or forever hold your peace. I will pull one card for the collective and then I'm going to go. Yes, I'm still chatting with them. I want to know who they are. Hi, I say, rising. I'm just leaving. The lightning bolt. I opened the book up at the lightning bolt. A lightning bolt illuminates a stormy night sky, striking down a tree at its core. Just going to skim it a bit. This card shows a time of splitting apart, a time of loss, disappointment, or even a metaphorical death. You may be feeling wounded, grieved, or grazily disappointed. The loss could be a career opportunity, romantic relationship, Partnership grapefruit. Sorry, I'm laughing because I really do feel they're talking about like it's your choice whether you want to be like, right, peace out, like you're not who I thought you were, I'm out here, or whether you want to kind of see what, whether you're intrigued. Um, You've probably been aware of the threat or difficulty on some level, even if you're unwilling to acknowledge it. I just feel like that although this card is really serious, I feel it's like saying that like you had a bit of a suspicion that wasn't who you thought it was. But again, it's up to you whether it might lead to some kind of really quirky story. Now it's time to accept the situation and not fight what's so. There is a benefit coming, but it often takes an ending to bring forth a new beginning and a storm to cleanse the field. That's what I'm wondering. Like, I wonder if it's like this is some kind of weird, technique people have got. Like, I don't know. You can let us know. You can let us know what develops there. But that's really quite interesting. I want to shuffle like a romancy card to get another. Right. So, Tales from the Hip. Are you here? If not, come back in a month on the next Leo moon, and I will pull you a card then. Mistakes. We all make mistakes. That is, sorry. Like, have you got a really good sense of humor or something? Because you did say that I was allowed to laugh. How funny is that coming out? Like, I mean, it's not a mistake on their part because basically they've led you to believe they are a celebrity. But I mean, technically, did they though? Maybe they just liked, maybe they just wanted to, maybe they just liked that celebrity and they wanted to have that person. But I don't know. You'll know the answer to this. But it's kind of like, I feel that it's like it's the guide's way of kind of using a bit of tongue in cheek here. We've pulled the journey, paths unknown, and now mistakes. It's like, it's all a learning of discernment. And also when you can learn to have a sense of humor about it. Um, do you know what it's reminding me of? I don't know if you've ever seen that episode of New Girl where Schmidt thinks he's emailing Michael Keaton and he thinks he's been emailing him for like over a decade or something. And actually, it's been his best friend that's been doing it the whole time. And before that, it was his mum. And then the best friend agreed to carry it on. And then he finds out that who it was. You know what I mean? It's I don't know why they flashed that up. But new beginnings. Look forward to a new beginning. I think there's a bit of a mystery unfolding there. So yeah, if you want to let us know, you could let us know. But I'm not sure about the twin flame. It started from me commenting on her post saying encouraging words to her. Then I got an inbox from her saying thanks for my kind words. All right. What? And then it's, as it moves from being rather friendly to a bit more flirty. Admitting it's okay to admit errors and put things right. Yeah, I don't know what this is all about, but look, there's things about mistakes and it's okay to admit errors and put things right. I don't know. There's something really quite a bit of a this could end up being like a serendipitous kind of funny, I don't know, funny sort of occurrence. Like, whether it's a friendship or more, or I don't know. In fact, I'm in fact a Leo. Nice. Yeah, there's something. I don't know. Hopefully that helped you, but thanks for giving us a bit of a laugh as well. Hopefully that helped you. Right, so yeah, the Tales from the Hip is not here anymore, but let's just do a quick card. I'll just read the words on it. The Oracle of Delphi, right. So that's an energy that for any of you that are new, this is a very, very strong one of my past lives. Now, the way that I channel about past lives, I'm not claiming that I was the actual Oracle of Delphi, although, by the way, if I was going to have one that was strongly, strongly linked to as being, that would be that one. Like everybody knows that it's here all the time. I've even got the Oracle of Delphi deck, and I've actually never seen anybody else using it. Of course, we will now, but I've never seen it. It's so weird. But it's like, yeah, and it is because of what I say, like God speaks through me. It's like it is very much like yeah, very, very connected to that energy. Everything to do about it, if you know about it. So, but I feel, that this could be like you've got very strong seer abilities as well. Or that could be getting really heightened. So that's for Tales from the Hip. Um, but also they could be saying when that card comes out, it's often about the things that I've said, but often about you were meant to be led here. Like it's like a version of like going to the Oracle of Delphi to get your message, but I feel it's specifically about you too. The lightning bolt again, the lightning bolt in reverse. Wait a minute, what's the lightning bolt in reverse about? And then because the other girl isn't here, Ashay, is it Ashay or Ashay? Is it Ashay, isn't it? Ashay Rising, would you like a card? And I'll pull you a card and then I'm going to go. I'll pull you a card. Oh, and then I'll go because it'll be 11:44 or um I just like to do weird things like that. You'll get to know. Again, it's not just the quirky thing for me. It's like they do make me do stuff like that and I don't always need to know what it's about. 184. Um This is an exceptional time of dynamic force and energy. You may have suffered a loss, but the storm is dispersing. Some cleanup might be required, but it's time to settle down new roots and seek new ground and new growth. This feels like it's tying in a lot of other people's messages. It feels like a karmic ending. Apply your energy to whatever compels you now. When this card's reversed, a bolt of lightning reaches up to the heavens. It's nothing less than the divine power that moves through you and rises up from the depths of creation. Own it. It's a force that can help you light up the earth. Wow. Right, okay, so the communication hasn't been constant, but they have been trying to present themselves by asking questions as if they're the real celebrity, right? Okay, listen, that's getting a bit weird, right? So either they've got a quirky sense of humor or that's getting a little bit too weird. So, just be mindful, keep yourself safe and all that shit. But maybe that now makes sense to why it's coming through with mistakes and correct the mistakes and, maybe just know when to maybe cut communication or possibly even block if it gets too weird, but you'll know better than me. But just be safe. Right, okay, so that's funny how it fits with the cards. It doesn't need to be that dramatic, by the way, but I mean, that is a bit strange behavior. But we're going to have to get used to that, right? Pisces can get a bit. It's Pisces like Pluto and Aquarius. Weird and wonderful is what I associate with Aquarius, which, by the way, isn't a bad thing. Again, if you're not flying your freak flag, you're going to look like the odd one out. Don't be boring. That's not the times we live in. Be unique, be different. But if it's being like weird, unique, like verging on like kind of worrying, unstable energy. Like be safe. Lean more to be safe, be safe than sorry. The Queen of Scrolls. So I feel like that's like the Queen of Swords. So that's what I'm getting for Ashay Rising. That's what I'm pulling for you. And commitment. So I'm being very like straightforward. I don't feel I need to read the book from that. There's something that you really need to trust your own intuition, your own it's not just your intuition, it's like your own knowledge. You know something to be true. Be clear on that within yourself. Definitely when it comes to some type of commitment, because I'm also seeing the card that represents the Queen of Pentacles in this deck too, and also yeah, what you see. So I feel you have very clear visions. You could also be a seer as well. You've seen visions of something. I feel there's something that you really want to ground a situation in the physical and don't let somebody sway you on your own morals. So whether that's about love or anything else, interesting message. They just want me to be very direct about it. Right. Now I'm just going to quickly pull one card to ground in the energy, what deck, and then I'll get going. So thank you for joining me. This has been very fun, very unusual that like none of the usual people are here. Like they'll be surprised when they watch this on the replay. But yes, you're welcome, and that'll be again. This might be forever the gist. I wonder if some of you guys are going to come back and join us because I'm here quite a lot. But thank you for coming tonight. It's definitely weird, but now I want to get to the bottom of it. Yeah. Did you say are you the Are you the one that's the Scorpio? I can't remember. No, you're Leo. Have you got like a Scorpio moon or a Scorpio rising or something? I wonder where the Scorpio is in your chart. I'm Scorpio rising. I would want to. This depends. I don't know. We can't really say unless we're the one in it, but trust your intuition. Get out if it gets too weird. Okay. Yeah, because they're showing me a situation where it's like I leaned more towards being kind than being assertive. And then I had to be like, right, no, I'm nipping it this is in the bud, that's getting a bit weird. It's like a situation that they're showing me like where somebody was like, I was trying to work out whether someone was needing help with like where they're at in their life or whether they were chatting me up. And then when I realized they were chatting me up, I was like, "Nah, I needed to nip this in the bud, you know what I mean? I don't want to give the big long-winded explanation of it. You just go and check out my YouTube channel and you'll see that you're wasting your time. But it's like, I just, do you know what I mean? It's like so. they just gave me that example. It's quite funny. It's like, and also like, I've had situations where like, you might need to say a few times like, be polite but firm, like, because some people will push it. Um, Scarlet, attract success. So I've pulled that for all of us. And I feel that beautifully really encompasses what came through. We've missed 1144, but it's fine. I'll make exceptions. Oh look, and then there's my card. I do use this. I was about to say I don't use this deck a lot, but I actually, it depends. I go through phases with all my decks. That reminds me of when I had a past life regression and what came through for, not one that I was doing, it was one that I had, where I said, before I had it, I said I was an angry blue star in a past life that was this is really quite funny how they're ending this. But this is what I said. I said that I was an angry blue star and I was annoyed that nobody was listening to me about the new earth. And they didn't know who I was here and like who I was here in this process, who I was in this process and how I'm here to help people. And then, I could actually still resonate with that even now that I've had the integration of it. But the thing is, it's a lot quieter that feeling because of how whether I see it or it really, because all it really matters is how I see it. Other people could see it too. Is that even just the fact that like I've on over the 10 years it's went from like crickets to it's always quiet on my platforms, but sometimes definitely on here, like I said, it's usually quite a quiet crowd and I'll need to adjust. But it's nice. It's nice that we're growing the community because I'm not just being biased. This is a beautiful community of lovely people. The people that talk and the people that watch. Because a lot of the people that just watch and don't talk are like they'll have sessions with me, but they don't talk on the chat. And some people I don't do the sessions with me and they don't chat, but I can feel you, or they might have emailed and it's all different reasons for different people. But I get what they're saying. It's like when I had that past life regression and I brought that energy into my body rather than like kind of it being up here. I was less annoyed about that feeling, but that's what came through from my soul, and it's so interesting. It is what I'm here to do. Like I've been here to talk about the new earth. I've came here to talk about that, and well, at some points, like I wouldn't say no one was listening, but not many people are listening, or they weren't getting it, and now there's more and more people. And again, like there's loads of people now talking about, it, but like I said, I have been talking about this stuff for a very long time. Um, in personal and in public. But yeah, activate your healing power. So I feel there's lots. I'm saying this because this is very much to do with the Hopi prophecy, the Rainbow Warriors, the times that we live in, the apocalyptic times. It's very important that if you listen to some of my journeys, you'll hear me say, it's time to detach. We'll just do it now, actually. So this is what's for those of you that are new. Like, they want me to end it with how I'd sometimes, well, I either big. I don't. I actually do want to get a habit of starting every live stream by doing the clearing, but that's a lot of effort, right? So I'm going to end it with that. But the point is however this fits in with you, whether you basically, I feel I'm talking to a lot of Blu-ray twin flames, which up until this point, a lot of the ones that watch this channel have stayed quiet. So I wouldn't be surprised if some of the people that have either, been here and that have left, in the chat tonight, if you are a Blu-ray twin flame as well. Because a lot of Blu-ray twin flames don't actually choose to be chatty in the chats or the comments or, but you're there. Um, and I feel a lot of you are being called to come out. And that's probably actually going into my past life regression about, you know, it's very along the lines of what I said actually. I didn't go into loads of in depth in it, because it was the context of when I was doing mine. But the point is I think they might be homing in on the fact that I'm doing sessions right now for January about taking you to the future. So past life regressions are always available too, but for going to the future. And that's my session called Back to the Future. So when I finish this, the link will be below in the description box. Again, because you are brand new, I'd imagine you are going to want to lurk me for a while before you book a session. But I don't know, sometimes people do just know. Like I just know when I find someone whether I resonate or not and whether it fits. But yeah, whatever that means to you. But it's about, I feel because of the me talking about that, it's about the fact that I've played the long game and I'm still playing the long game with many areas of my life. But I'm Saturn and Scorpio, and like you said, I don't like to earn things easily. I like to put the hard work in. And we are in the hard working season of Capricorn. So yes, you are attracting success in whatever way that comes to you, whether it comes to you easily or whether you need to put the hard work in, like myself. And that's why we shouldn't judge people's journeys because um, I'm meant to show up every single day in some sort of way to be of service online. Literally is mapped out in my chart. So, could be annoying when I want like, a holiday or time off, but I have to manage it that like, there's something always going out. Like tomorrow, like you're gonna see me on a live, but I filmed it today. So it can be like that. I don't need to actually, because I've tried it and I can't maintain it. I really admire people that are able to keep that up because you will actually grow. Like you will be a success, but like it's too much for me. Like I just kind of like a wee mixture of bits and bobs. I just do it the way that resonates for me. Anyway, blah 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 blah. Let's finish with the clearing. I'll read the comments and then. But again, like honestly, I've loved this. So come back and see us. You don't need to come back every time. Come back whenever you feel guided. Um, I just found you today and subscribed. I do have Scorpio 2 times in my chart. Ah, right, nice. And thank you for subscribing. Oh, I wonder, let's check. I wonder how many subscribers I've got with you guys. Do you know what? I like gained like 6 or 7 subscribers overnight. That's a lot for this channel. Sometimes it can sit at the same thing for it's I've been saying to the people that are here all the time, I've seen the moment this channel actually flies from like being at what it's at to like going to quite a lot. And I wouldn't quite say that's happened yet, but that is growing like a lot more steady. Something's, I feel like when I read last week that some of the divine feminines are unstuck, I think I'm one of them. I think things are moving rapidly. Things are so again for if that's happening for the feminines, that will happen for the masculines at some point. For those of you that need to know that out there, um, I will cut it off, but first I'm going to corner them in a conversation. I have a feeling like they might be trying to use my information as a script for a project they're working creatively. Oh my God, working creativity munchers. Yeah, you know what? Like now I'm not laughing. Be very vigilant about that because right, wait a minute, I need to shuffle those. Wait a minute, see what you saying that? You won't know this about me, right? You might not know about me. Um, but that's Beyonce, by the way, if you weren't aware of what I was singing there. Like, I'm very good, like with getting to the bottom of something like that, like a mystery or like shady goings on. That's like one of my specialities. You'll see if you sort of tune in and just have a browse about some of the other videos and lives. And I'm just piecing together those cards now. Remember it was saying about mistakes and errors and trust your intuition if you're feeling that. Because it is a bit shifty. So just, yeah, don't give them any information basically. Because I've had people do that. I once had, I'm, I'm thinking about something, but I don't know if I can really sort of, I've had a few things like that. Very kind of like, it's like the lengths that some people will go to do things that are really unethical are quite shocking. Again, this was years ago I had a situation, but yeah, there was somebody done something like that. It was like a bit of a, like they were doing research for something and it was unethical. And I did get to the bottom of it and basically nipped it in the bud, but you know, it did kind of shock me, you know what I mean? So it's like you have got to like kind of watch your back. And then like I have other weird things that are hard to explain, but yeah, like you say, creativity munchers, or energy vampires. Thinking you may be on someone's mind, but you see in the context of what I'm asking about, ask the angels for help. Relationships need trust. Yeah, piece that together with all the other things. Support. Like, I think that's what they're trying to say. It's like, it could be like, yeah, like, there's a bit of, there's a bit of something that's, look, intention. What is that person's intention? You know what I mean? Like, you'll get to the bottom of it and you can update us with it. Right, okay. I am going to now do my little grounding. So it's just basically a wee clearing. I'll try and not keep it that long. But so you're invited to close your eyes just now if you want to. You don't need to. And just close your eyes. And again, thank you all for Thank you all for coming and being here on live or on replay. Right, I do trust my intuition. I did reveal some personal things, but not too much yet. We'll just don't give any more, and I'm praying for you for, just that closes out in the way it's meant to. It's kind of going that way that it sounds like maybe I would like, don't think it's the love of your life or anything, but again, how do I know? You tune in, you tune in. Right, so breathing in, telling yourself relax and closing your eyes, and breathing out, telling yourself release. Breathing in, telling yourself relax. Breathing out, telling yourself release. And I just want you to imagine a cloud of mist whirling above the top of your head. And that cloud of mist has the power to dispel any negative energy or entities or anything hanging about your aura that doesn't serve you, including access to Rome's new friend or potential energy vampire, whatever they might be. Clearing any negative energies or entities around any of us, and I'm just wanting, because I want this to be a bit quicker than what I usually do, I want that to turn into a bit of a tornado of sage above your head, and it goes from your upper chakras down over all your chakras, over your energy centers, over your body, whirling right down your feet, and that's cleared out, with the magic of how this works when I've been in this portal for hours. It's a good portal, I might add, because there's good and bad portals. So this is you know what? When I'm on here for a long time, it actually might be because there was some shifty negative energy going on just with I feel, yeah, I feel that's what you're saying with the full moon in Cancer energy and the dramatic, Leo energy and the Mars in Cancer. It's like this is transmute. So we're putting up basically, this may be why a lot of you were all drawn here tonight like this. Is like we're transmuting a lot of energy for the collective, all of us together. So thank you for being here. And I'll see you in a couple of days on Friday, unless I'm up to it on Thursday. Um, but um yeah, so now the energy, we see the roots of the tree going down, 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 all the way from your feet down to the bottom of Mother Earth, however you imagine that to be, releasing all that no longer serves you, keeping the lessons that you learned on your journey, but ending the karmic cycles that need to end. So letting go the pain, but keeping the lessons, disconnecting. Hello, Kiki. I'm just leaving. I'm just doing a cleaning, but you're welcome to join us on the next one, probably Friday. Um, and disconnection from the old earth of fear, lack, negativity with Archangel Michael, and then connecting new strong cords to the new earth of peace, calm, abundance, balance of the masculine and feminine. I've just picked up a Archangel Michael card that says you will manifest what you need. Express gratitude as if your plans have already come to pass. Trust that the angels are bringing you the assistance you need. Somebody needs that message. It's got a package on it as well, so you could be getting some kind of parcel. Nice meeting you too. And yeah, pull up what you feel you need from the new earth. So set your intention for what you feel you need from that amazing, abundant, positive energy. Um, I don't really like the word positive. It always seems a bit bland for all the other words you could use, but that's what I heard. It's really just to get across that, when you're connected to the old dying out energy, the split earth energy, it's not pleasant. And if you want to see an example of that, look at the new earth Back to the Future part of a future regression um, that me and Lexi done. That's a few videos back. I shared that on Friday, that actually came through like an example of when you choose the new frequencies opposed to staying in the old dying out world. So, um, is what you'll see what I mean. If you don't get it, you're probably not meant to get all this stuff, but just watch it if you feel guided. All of yous will get it or on the chat if you and people watching that, you'll just watch if you're meant to. The other people won't watch it. Or they just won't get it. It's a mixture. We're not in charge of what people understand. That's basically it. People understand what they're meant to. Yeah, so pull up what you feel you need, but I'm just going to set a personal intention for the collective of, like I said, just to thank everybody for being drawn to this live stream. And there's my throat going, my energy going. And yeah, well, I'm just excited for the next time I go live, whenever that may be. Right now, that's planning on Friday, but I'm a bit spontaneous, so I might show up before that on Thursday, but it depends how rested I feel. But we kicked the arse out of it tonight, so well done. And like I said, I wouldn't be surprised if I get off this and I see that there's something in the world that needed a bit of extra energy sent to it. So yeah, sleep well, whatever time in the world it is where you are, whenever that comes or whenever that is for you. But for me, it is actually now into the, well, it's about to strike midnight, so there might be some kind of something in that with like, Cinderella things and all that and things. Yeah, it's midnight now. It's now the 15th of January, so we're into the devil card in the tarot, and I think it's time to be letting go of the toxic situations in your life, whatever they may be. But let's pull a word. And if you haven't already opened your eyes, I'm going to count from 10 to 1. And when I get to 2, if you even close your eyes, you're going to think about opening your eyes. And when I get to 1, you're going to open your eyes wide awake, wide awake. And then I'm going to end the live stream and and we're at the 0 point. Yeah, that's what they're saying. We're at the 0 point, a choice point. You can choose to stay in the toxic devil energy, or you can leave that behind for a new beginning. That's the message. And if you want more to go with that, I feel that's in line with some of the messages I've given today. And also, it's also was the overall January energy for the collective, and the one that I've done for 2025 that you can find on the videos. What? Give us a word to go with whatever I just channeled there. Play, yeah. It's time to play. That's definitely for some of you that have been in very toxic. I don't even know what that word means. I need to Google it. What the fuck does that mean? I just heard harrowing. That's not hearing it. I love when I hear words I don't know what it means. An implement consisting of a heavy frame set with teeth and tines which is dragged over ploughed land to break up I mean, in this context, harrowing, yeah, it's like distressing. There we go. It means distressing. A distressing karmic situation. Hilarious that I didn't I knew generally, but I heard harrowing karmic situations. It's time to come away from that to play in the new earth. And you don't have to sacrifice your but you do need to. This is North Node in Pisces. It's time to play in the magical New Earth frequencies, which is what it looked like on this live stream. But it's also with the South Node in Virgo, it's time to have extra discernment because the shadow side of Pisces is confusion, illusion. So however that, plays out in your life, I might use that as a thumbnail. But yeah, so I'm going to count from 10 to 1. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Thinking about opening your eyes. 1, opening your eyes, wide awake, wide awake. And yeah, move forward with more peace and clarity and a bit of a lighter energy wherever there was heaviness. And I'm going to get going before I start chatting to more new people. But yeah, see you in the next one. Bye. Yeah, because we're nearly been about 3 hours. It'll have been for a reason, guys. We don't need